that sound. Yes. What's going on out there in Monger Maniac Land? It is Spartan Biscuit, and welcome to show 26 of the Beer Monger Sessions. And I'm sitting here with
Master Chief Monger.
Pony.
I didn't think of anything clever.
Well, what's your name?
Judy.
There it is. And
There we go.
Judy. All right. Just want to go ahead and give a shout out to everybody out there. Everybody having a good day. We're going to go ahead and get you through the second half of your work day into that nice, yummy after work pint that everybody wants to go ahead and indulge in. But we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of show tease rundown. We're going to talk a little bit about our after show pint from show 25 last week at Ram Brewing Company. And we will be giving out the survey question of the day, which is going to be really, really cool. I think everybody will like that one for today. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Master Chief, why don't you introduce who our special guest is in the studio right now?
All right, well, we got Judy Wilkinson with what?
No, that's fine.
Wilson.
Wilkinson is my name.
okay.
Recently married Strickler.
Oh,
but it's a common. It's a common
that's
issue,
right.
but
That's
it's great.
right.
Judy
I'll
Strickler.
have to change it in my phone then.
Yeah, that's all
I'll
right.
do that.
So will I.
And Judy is with Wine Trends, and she supplies 90% of the wines that we have at Barley Hopsters. So
Wow.
We've always had a good relationship with Wine Trends. They've treated us right and never came in with trying to pawn off nasty wines like we had with some of the other distributors. So,
We don't have any of those.
Yeah,
don't.
nice.
so why don't you tell what Wine
Give
Trends
us a quick
does?
rundown, then we'll come back to you later on in the show here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with Wine Trends. It's a distributor that does fine wine and artisan, family-owned and operated wineries. We represent about 3,500 wines, and I am one of the lucky folks that gets to represent those and peddle them around town.
Sweet. Now, real quick, when you say wines, roughly, tell our listeners out there how many wines you guys actually distribute. Just a ballpark.
So Wine Trends is a subsidiary of Heidelberg. Wine Trends represents 3,500. Heidelberg, probably more like 10,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
It's a lot of wines.
Well, cool. Welcome to the Beer Monger Sessions, and we will get right back to Wine Trends here in just a moment. All right. Let's. We've got the one and only in the studio
Pony.
The Pony is with us. So what's going on, Pony? How you doing?
I'm doing just nifty. How are you doing, Spartan?
I'm doing great. Brother. Now, we have somebody coming in today. I would like you to go ahead and tell our listeners who we have coming in on the show later as well.
We have Whiskey Pete coming in, who is a whiskey ambassador and one of the most knowledgeable people that you'll ever find in the line of spirits. And anybody that has questions, by all means, call us. He can probably answer them. And I've got a handful of new ones I've discovered, so I'll be discussing those with him as well.
Oh, sweet. There it is. So Whiskey Pete will be in. And then Loyacano will be in at the 4 o'clock hour as well. Man, talk about somebody that's really taken off show after show after show now. He's, hey, man, it's 2017 and he's making his move. So
He's booking shows and all kinds of stuff.
yeah, he's going to be coming in, and we're going to be playing a new Beer Monger session. K-Shaw's got some new stuff that, yeah. So,
All right.
and he also has he's on the card with Loyacano at one of his shows as well, and we'll let Loyacano talk a little bit about that later on in the show. So, with that being, let's go ahead and jump into the after show pint from last week. All right, let's. Ram Brewing Company. Interesting. Very interesting place.
Very interesting place indeed.
It's got a great spot on High Street right there in the Short North.
You gone there?
I've not heard of it, actually. Where is it in the Short North?
It's right there on 906 North High Street. It's right there across from Paradise Garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right across from Paradise Garage on High Street. And, wow, I mean, everything was really awesome there. I mean, it really was.
Yeah.
I just didn't know much about the Ram name, so it was, I'm definitely going back. I mean, it was, the patio was phenomenal.
Got a sweet second floor patio.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can check our social media platforms out and on our Facebook, Beer Monger Sessions. We are live at the Ram, and we show off what they have to offer. So it was a lot of fun. The beers were really good too. The food was great, but you can definitely tell that they don't cut corners on any of this. I mean, they don't mind spending some money.
Yeah, I mean, there was the whole brewery. You can see everything. It's all in glass, so you can just stand there.
Oh,
You're
nice.
watching those guys brew and everything, and then they pump it up to the second floor directly out of tanks. It was
That's awesome.
yeah, it was in the second floor. The tanks are all right there. When you go up to the second floor, you're walking up next to the tanks, and yeah, they've got some wines in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's do they have like a special beer that they do, or is there something they are known for?
Well, they have their flagship beers. Their 6 flagship beers, which is the Blonde, the Hefeweizen, the Buttface Amber Ale, the Disorder Porter, the 71 Pale Ale, and the Big Red IPA. I had the Blonde. The Blonde was really, really good, and as well as I had the Buttface as well.
You had the butt face.
Yeah, that was good too.
Well, because so the name, right? It's because Ram's butt faces.
Ah,
So that's where
that makes
Oh yeah, I
sense.
guess
at
we
least
should-
that's the
should-
official reason
That makes
for
more
butt
sense.
face.
Should have
Yes.
described that. And, but no, they have great happy hour specials on food as well, and beer, spirits. So you got to check it out. And that's Ram Restaurant Brewing Company right there in 906 North High Street in Columbus, Ohio. They're open daily at 11 a.m. and they have happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and and from 9 to close. Oh wow! Check. Yeah.
What?
That's cool. They have happy hour from 2 to 6 and from 9 to close.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's really interesting.
It's more like they have an unhappy hour in between there.
Yeah, an unhappy hour. We're unhappy. We're unhappy that we're not happy right now.
Let's have another happy hour.
Yes, yes. And they were established in 1971. They've been around, man.
Yeah.
They've been around, and they are all over the place out west.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're the furthest east. They've
Yeah.
got some in Illinois, and then it's all family owned too.
I mean,
awesome.
they're getting ready. I think they're getting ready to open another one in Dublin.
Yeah,
I mean, jeez, pretty crazy.
pretty crazy.
Props to the Ram Restaurant Brewing Company. You guys rock. Thanks for having us at the After Show Pint last week. It was awesome. Show 25. All right,
All right,
let's move along.
let's do it.
All right,
Should we talk about wine?
yeah, let's do it.
We got Judy till 3.
Oh, till 3. All right.
Yep.
Well then, hey, let's go ahead, take it over. Let's talk wine, for the rest of the hour. Let's go.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
Master Chief, you got the horn, lead
All
us,
right.
brother.
All right. So I don't. Okay. So you mentioned that your Wine Trends is a subsidiary of.
Heidelberg.
Of
Yeah.
Heidelberg.
A much larger scale distributor, which is great for us because we get to carry what we want to carry, but have the big brother do a lot of the heavy lifting, which is great.
Right, yeah, because we get all our deliveries and everything from them. I have noticed, though, it seems like whenever you guys really do well with the wine, it goes away. It becomes
Yeah. Yeah.
sucked into the...
It's more of a matter of distribution, levels of distribution. So if we do really well with the brand, we do our job.
Pony.
What was that for?
Whoops. Yeah, I guess.
I'm just sitting here
Tony.
listening, not
Yeah.
doing
Tony.
anything.
Sorry about.
No, that's okay. So it is a thing that happens when we do our job and grow a brand. That brand moves on to our older brother, as I mentioned, so that Heidelberg distributor.
Right. That's a good thing, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's a good thing. It's
Great
sourced.
answer, though, too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
you're welcome.
practiced.
Right. So, what right now? What's the newest wine that's out? Company you're dealing with that you're just like really.
You know, a huge market right now is the Chilean wine market. It's obviously something that's been around for a long time. It's an area, though, that's creating some really fine wines, finally. Chileans don't drink a lot of wine, so most of the wine is exported, which is great for us. but they're making some really, really exceptional wines now. So a lot of those higher end wines are coming to the U.S. and those are really, really interesting. The Carmenere is known as the signature grape of Chile. So we're getting a lot of those right now.
Oh, they also do Malbecs?
That's on the other side of the mountains.
Is
That's
it? Okay.
in Argentina.
Oh, it's Argentina.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Argentina is known for their Malbec, and then Chile wants to be known as the Carmenere
Oh.
capital.
Starting to hear a South American wine tasting coming up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that'd be
Let
great.
that burn
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
See, Tuesdays used to be my wine tasting day
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
this happened.
I've talked to you
I
after
missed
wine
that.
tasting. Yeah. Yeah, tasting Tuesdays.
Tasting Tuesdays.
Yeah. Don't come in after 3 and need anything.
That's a good point. Yeah, and I'm not the only one that comes in on Tuesdays, so yeah, it's like
Everybody.
it's a lot of wine on Tuesdays.
A lot of wine. Now, what do you like to drink? What do you have at your house right now?
Oh, that is a lot of wine at my house. My husband will laugh actually because we're getting ready to move, and that's the biggest move.
What?
It's
Is all the
it
wine?
is my wine collection. What do I like to drink? Whatever's in my glass is usually my answer. So
Ah, yeah. just like
I
beer.
enjoy almost everything. It just depends. It's just like beer. I mean, you guys know this. You got to go with what you're in the mood for. Sometimes you want something crisp and refreshing. Sometimes you want something down and dirty, like a farmhouse style ale that has like a little bit of funk to it. It's the same with wine.
Yeah. I've been finding myself wanting wine at night now when I'm at home. Left alone with my own thoughts. I'm like, man, I wish I had a nice red wine in my hand right now.
We should do that for you.
Should do that.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
I understand you need some help moving.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a
bottles.
lot of moving capacity.
Yeah. She wants to keep her wine though,
Yeah.
Tony.
I have a
You
feeling
can't
my
move
collection
her
would
stuff
be
to your
much
house.
Smaller after that.
But
Yeah.
I have a wonderful wine cellar.
I bet you do.
Is it your basement?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
You've been there.
that's true.
That didn't sound right. All right. Hey,
Not that room.
yeah. Hey, let's talk about real quick survey question of the day. We normally do a survey question of the day. All right. Now we're tossing around some things, and we went ahead and this is what we've come up with. Do you have anything you want to add to that list, there, Master Chief?
Chalola.
All right. You write it down. I don't even know how to spell that.
I gotta look it up
But
myself.
so today's survey question of the day is, what type of hot sauce do you like to use? Tabasco, Frank's Red Hot, Texas Pete,
Or Chololo.
or Chololo? That's the question.
No sriracha?
Oh my gosh.
No.
No, but it was brought up. It was brought up.
So,
I think
but
you
that's
guys-
important though because that's That's not a vinegar-based hot sauce. These are all vinegar-based.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, let's have these against each other.
Well, let's just do it then. You leave the Chololo off.
All right, let's do it. Let's leave the Chololo off. I don't think I've even had that.
It's the one with the wooden top. I know this because I had a
it's
bottle
delicious.
in my purse.
Yeah, exactly.
And the wooden top came off.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that answers.
So you
the
don't carry
question.
that around in your
No, I
purse
don't.
anymore, do you?
No,
So,
but if I had to pick between the three, I'd probably say Texas Pete.
Texas Pete. See, I told you we need to put Texas Pete down there. Everybody wanted to leave Texas Pete off, but everybody likes Texas Pete. I mean, we don't vote, but if I was voting, the count, I'd go with Frank's Red Hot.
I go Tabasco.
I'm with you on Frank's.
Yeah. So, wow. So everybody gets one there, or two. All right. Back to wine.
Back to wine.
Back to wine. So you have a lot of wine, and that's going to be your biggest move is your collection of wine, and obviously it's just like beer. What are you feeling for that day? Do you like reds or whites better? Can you or is it just the same?
Yeah, I go on like little kicks. Like right now, I'm kind of on a white wine kick. Probably because it's a little bit warmer, but rosé too. Don't forget about rosé. Don't
Rosé.
forget about the pink guy. He's
Yeah,
important too.
Don't
just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Now here's something
How tall are you, Private? Sir,
Don't
5
do
foot
it.
9, sir! 5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Don't forget the rosé.
So for people listening, what's the difference between red and white wine? Is it the color of the grape?
You know, it's not.
No.
It's not the color of the
Oh,
grape.
wow.
Thank you so much for asking.
You're welcome.
It is the fermentation process. So red wine, all of the juice that comes out of grapes is mostly clear. The middle of any grape that you eat, like if you're eating it, it's kind of fleshy white color. It's the skins. So the more time it spends in contact with the skins is how it gets its color. So a rosé spends just a tiny bit of time with the skins. Usually, there's a couple different methods, but and then whereas a red wine would be a lot of time with the skins. Darker color is maybe more contact, but also just maybe a more thick-skinned grape.
So they crush all the grapes? They just throw the skins back into the vat then?
There's a lot of winemaking methods, but usually they'll they call it kind of a cap at the top of the winemaking vessel, and they'll either leave that sit there or they'll punch it down every once in a while. So sometimes you'll hear the punch down process, and then they'll leave those skins on there as long as they feel necessary. A couple different methods, like I said, but that's going to be the most common.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, I'm not much of a wine person myself. Oh. I know, but this is what I do. I do drink Riesling with a shot of 7-Up or a shot of Sprite.
Okay. Why the Sprite or 7-Up?
I don't know. And I like sweet, but I don't like. I like sweet, and I think it might be the carbonation that goes in there because of I don't like it just out of I like it out of a gun.
Okay.
Out of the Sprite guns, or the.
Oh, I got you. Just a
little shot in there, right on the top. And actually, I'll tell you what. A lot of times, that's how I get a lot of people that are looking for a particular wine, and let's say we don't have it. They're looking for something a little sweet, a little bubbly, more like a white Zinfandel or something like that. I'll be like, you want some Riesling with a shot of Sprite?
Hey.
Whatever works.
I mean, that's what most wine coolers were for years.
I mean, I'm in your world. That's probably like putting fruit in beer for me. I don't do it.
I don't judge. For me, that's not what I would do. But hey, if you're happy with the results,
You saying? What are you saying? That's gross. Would you not drink that?
I would not.
No. Yeah. Okay. Well.
I'll say I wouldn't drink it.
Yeah. No kidding. Even Pony wouldn't drink
Yeah,
it.
it's the yucky beer sound.
But I will tell you something you should look into is a sparkling Riesling. Then you don't have to put Sprite in it.
A
It's already
sparkling?
sparkling.
Sparkling Riesling.
Yeah, a little bit of sweetness to it. Yeah, a little bit of. But
Or a Moscato.
Yeah, or a Moscato. I was gonna say that too.
Moscato's already effervescent.
Most of them.
I'll tell you what. What seems to be really hot is that cupcake. What's that cupcake? That cupcake.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
That's a Heidelberg.
Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cupcake makes, they're one of those brands that makes everything. So they get it from all different areas of the world too. So like they make their Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand, but then they make their Cabernet in California. So it's actually kind of a cool concept, the way that they source their fruit. It's not one of my brands, so I don't know everything about it, but I mean, it's pretty interesting. Like they make their Moscato in Italy. They make their Pinot Grigio in Italy. Pretty cool.
Oh, so they make it in the country, though?
I don't know.
Import the
I don't know
stuff
for sure
over,
if they
or-
make it in the country, but they do buy the grapes from the
Right.
country. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
Oh wow.
it's kind of a cool concept. Not a lot of companies do that.
Wait. Stay with us. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a quick short break, and we'll be right back. Talk more wine.
I'm really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Ruckus, waking up in the morning feeling great. First day off in 10 days, man, I can't wait to grab the pad and the pencil, scribble to an instrumental, hit up the crew with a text to see what we gonna get in me on a day like this.
I'm really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Beautiful day, beautiful temperature, packed with action. Car wash, feeling good, we steady relaxing. Pick up shorty, cause she down, ain't no need for me asking. And since she ready, my current the only thing I'm waxing. I got a passion for 12 packs and run by the gallon. Perfect days in with me, usually barely standing. I'm still amazing, I'm saying, so I can watch reactions of your faces. Just face it, basically, I'm not average. I'm above it, you'll love it, touch it, and wanna hug it. None of this thugging, let's get a brew together and chug it. Penny pinching is my thing, man, I ball on the budget. But not filet mignon, you're still a chicken McNugget. This is awesome, and I know it's dope for you to see. A nobody MC, gunning for the big leagues. I'm here to rock in my C's and make these fans believe hip-hop isn't dead at all. It's alive in me on a day like this.
Loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
It's not enough to wake up and be totally peaceful. In my state of mind, my rhyming is meant for good people. And I'm amazing like this day is we seem to be equal. I'm not even close to being finished, wait for the sequel. So in the meantime, watch me, ruckus is coming. I'm always writing, I'm always about to get into something. Call me crazy for chasing this game like it's a woman, but she my dream girl, something that I always wanted. And plus the homie hit me back, said he ready for grilling. A couple 40 ounces, and I'll really be chillin'. The BBQ's poppin', plus he a chef in the kitchen. Mr. Loyacano, catch him cooking or fishing. I'm on a mission to bring back what you really need. This ain't the first or last track that you'll hear from me. I'm here to rock in my C's and make these fans believe hip-hop isn't dead at all. It's alive in me on a day like
I'm
this.
really loving today. What a beautiful day. 73 degrees. That's alright with me.
Now that I'm up, now you wanna hit my phone. Now that I'm up, now you wanna get me alone. Now that I'm up, now you wanna answer your phone. Now that I'm up, now that I'm up, now.
You got your friends and I got mine. We don't talk much, but we had time. In the new things, playing your game, stuck in mood swings, but now I'm fine. You got 2 strings, I laced up mine. Keep your 2 cents for check just fine. I don't see why, you can't see why. I'm the best guy and that's alright. I don't know what I saw in you. You did not catch the things I threw. I got new ice, it just seemed like you was so cold, but we not cool. Was a back man, but now I lead. Connect with the hook, Muhammad Ali. I read your book, I got you shook, cause I got 1, 2, but you don't read.
Now that I'm up, you wanna hit my phone. Now that I'm up, you wanna get me alone. Now that I'm up, you wanna answer your phone. Now that I'm up, now that I'm up, now.
I was with it, I am in it, but I never knew. You was in it for the minute cause you knew I blew. You was acting really different, but I know it's true. Tryna fight, I kinda like it, but I know it's you. Get around with the boys like a hula hoop. You been acting brand new, holla, who is you? Honestly, if you were me, you would do it too. Believe me, I can put it in the coffin like a mummy do. Don't smoke, but I'm about to hit adios. Don't act, never knew I was a Romeo. You stung, but you're nothing like a Scorpio. You ain't shooting shots fired, got a bullet hole. You got your friends and I got mine. We don't talk much, but we had time. In the new things, playing your game, stuck in mood swings, but now I'm fine. You got 2 strings, I laced up mine. Keep your 2 cents, my check just fine. I don't see why, you ain't see why. I'm the best guy and that's alright. I don't know what I saw in you. You did not catch the things I threw. I got new ice, it just seemed like you was so cold, we still not cool.
Now that I'm up, 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 up. Now that I'm up, 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 up. Now that I'm up, 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 up. Now that I'm up, 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 up. Now that I'm up, 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 up. Now that I'm up, 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 up.
Paradise. To all those who thought I'd never amount to anything. I grew up, became somebody. Money is the motive, knowledge is the power. 10, 20, 50, 100 green screen shower. Steak and lobster, margaritas, bottles of tequila. Jose, shots of that rose. Once was a loser, now I'm a winner. Look at all this, I'm the owner. Beach, blonde sand, clear blue water. Sun shining bright, candlelit dinners in the midst of the night. Stars shooting bright, living life in paradise. Party time, cloud nine, writing rhymes. All I ever known in life, only way to get by. More to the world, riches kingdom come, fame my face every day. If you want a great life, great time, great time. Sit back, relax, sit wide, smoke back. Come into my paradise, paradise, paradise. Let me show you what it's like to live a higher life. Mangoes and coconuts, exotic food I love. Palm trees and beauty queens, all I dreamed of. Now it's reality, on this island with my G's. Come into my paradise, if you really wanna see. Paradise, 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 paradise. This my life, this my life, this my life, this my life. Paradise, 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 paradise.
Yeah. Steamy up in here, y'all. It's steamy up in here. All right, what's going on out there? It is the Beer Monger Sessions, show 26, and we've got a packed studio in here. I'm going to go ahead. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn it right over to Master Chief Monger, all right, as we're going to go ahead and continue wine as we have a schedule to keep rolling on. So without further ado, Chief, let's go.
All right, so, people always, see the romance of being in the alcohol industry.
do.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to sell beer, or I want to sell wine. What did you do to get to where you're at? And I mean, it's not just like, hey, I want to sell wine today, right? And you just walk in and say, hey, let me sell wine.
I always make the joke that if you walk around talking enough about something, people are eventually going to ask you to sell it for them. Like, hey, you've been holding wine in your glass for a while and just trying to talk to everybody. You want to sell this for us? And it wasn't exactly like that, but a little bit. I was in the restaurant industry. I was managing restaurants, and I had my daughter, and I didn't want to be working 18-hour days, and that was a real thing, 18-hour days.
Oh, yeah.
And a friend of mine said, hey, I work for this company, and they're hiring. I know you know a lot about wine. Do you want to work for us? And I applied, and then 3 months later, my boss, my now boss, finally emailed me back. I thought I knew something about wine. I knew nothing at that point. So since that day, I do a lot of research. Most of those research sessions have a glass of wine in my hand, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's on-the-job training.
On the job, yeah.
Right. You can't read about everything in life. Sometimes you got to experience.
I mean, you got to, put a little bit of resource with taste and everything like that,
You remember things better, I think. Well, unless you go too far.
Right.
The other way.
Too many drinks or too much studying. Which one?
Too many
Not
drinks is
familiar
where I was
with this
going.
concept at all.
No, yeah, not at all.
So since then, I've gotten various certifications and just recently passed the level 1 introductory sommelier class. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not too hard of a process on the first level, but the rest of them get exponentially harder. If you ever want a brief overview of the wine industry, take a look at the Into the Bottle documentary on Netflix. It's called Somm Into the Bottle. That kind of gives you a really brief overview of the wine industry as a whole.
Let's see.
I think I know some homework to do tonight.
Yeah, it's not too long.
Or tomorrow night or
Drink
something.
some champagne, watch it. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, I like that.
Or a beer.
There we go. Or a Riesling with a shot of 7-Up.
Not my recommendation.
Now, how many stops a day do you think you do? with wine?
Depends on what kind of appointments I have. When I go to Delaware and meet with those fine people, we spend a little bit more time together. So
Yeah.
on a Monday, typically about 16 different stores, sometimes up to 20. And then on Tuesdays, it's more about like 6. Wednesdays about the
Tuesday.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thursdays about 12 to 15.
Now, do you do grocery stores as well?
Yeah,
Or?
I do on-premise and off-premise. Those words just mean restaurants and bars, as well as grocery stores and independent retailers.
I see. Wow. Interesting.
It's great.
Got a lot going on there. Now, how many people does it take to cover the Central Ohio area?
We have currently somewhere around 10 sales reps, repping, like I said, about 3,000 to 35,000, or 3,500 wines. But that's growing rapidly. Columbus is definitely growing fast, so probably somewhere between like 12 to 15 in the next couple of years.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I do Grove City, Hilliard, Delaware, Dublin, and Marysville. So that's pretty big.
That's a big area, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Grove City. That's out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is out there.
There's not a lot going on down there.
Yeah, we're.
Grove City Brewing.
That's what I was going to say. We're getting in touch with Grove City Brewing Company when they get things up and off the ground over there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
dropped a buzz button off there about 2 hours ago because
All
the
right.
brewer, our brewmaster there, had never experienced one, so I didn't give him a whole lot of warning. He has now experienced one.
Yeah, so did I. I'm still buzzing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude.
My lips.
Yes.
Not,
Yeah, I was gonna
not-
say. She's buzzing in here, everybody. No, but no, those buzz buttons are definitely exquisite. Nice. So, all right, here's the deal. You know, I understand that we're losing you.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to leave the studio. So why don't you tell all of our listeners out there a little bit about who you work for? Get some plugs out there. If you have social media platforms that they can check you guys out at.
Yeah.
And if they want to learn a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Sure. So, like I said, I work for Wine Trends. I think we're on social media. I'm not the most social media inclined
Instagram.
person. I think we're on Instagram, yeah, and on Facebook, and probably Twitter. Wine Trends Inc. is what you should look for. WineTrendsInc.com if you have questions. If you are looking to come check out Barley Hopsters in the wine scene there, we do a wine club on the second Thursday of every month starting at 7 o'clock. That's a really, really cool event. If you're looking for information on that, you can look on the Barley Hopsters Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Yep.
So, yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
I
thanks
appreciate
for
it.
coming in.
We'll have to come and chat about. I kind of thought about doing some wines that beer drinkers like and things you should check out if you like certain types of beers. So next time I come in, we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I was saying on break, we could have we could just do a wine tasting.
On break,
time.
in the fourth row of the parking lot.
No, on Fourth Road Studios. whenever
Fourth
we get
Road
that thing.
Studios, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Our satellite studio.
Yeah, our satellite studio.
Is that
Yeah.
your car?
No. Though I'm in my car all the time. You would think that only the car is my studio, my home, my kitchen,
It's mine too.
and everything else. I am constantly in the car.
Yeah, mine smelled like pizza when I got in there today.
Nice.
We were driving around with the kids eating pizza and Bosco sticks yesterday, and it smells like a pizzeria.
Mine smells like ramps.
Oh,
That's not so bad.
tasty.
Like what?
Ramps.
Ramps?
Yes.
Onions.
Like the vegetable.
Onions.
It's a wild vegetable that is like a leek or an onion, but is not, and they're very sought after. The season will end just before June.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Farmer Pony on that
Down you,
breakdown.
man. Down by my creek.
Pony.
Ramps.
All right.
All right. Well,
Without further ado, yeah, hey, this is the Beer Monger Sessions number 26, and thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us about wine and what you do, and we can't wait to have you come back.
Thank you.
And maybe I need to come to one of your tastings and get a little fluent in the wine industry.
You do.
think you
There's
should.
something for
You
everybody
learn a
out
lot.
there.
All right, hey, stay right with us. We'll be right back with a little bit of Whiskey Pete after the top of the hour. This is the Beer Monger Sessions. Stay with us.
I look back on the bayou, way down deep in the swamp. I shield my empty pockets, don't have to punch no clock. I turn down my blue collar, now I think I can see. Ain't no white picket fences, and freedom isn't really free. And the seams are a little tattered, we're coming apart at the seams. Does it really seem to matter? Crazy as that seems, would you set me free? Well, I just want to be free. People living in cages, and that enrages me. And all the children are hungry, they're all living in the streets. So I'll pick up my guitar, and I'll pick up my pen. I'm gonna tell you a story about the way things should have been. 'Cause the seams are a little tattered, we're coming apart at the seams. Does it really seem to matter? As crazy as that seems, but just set me free. Well, I just want to be free. Now set me free.
and then I open up shop. No DMX, I'm more like Pocket is prime. Eminem type rhyme, Jay-Z like line. I ain't saying that I'm better, but I drop time. Man, tell me that I'm not, I say you got lying. Like a lion in a cage, I'm not that guy. You put my back against the wall, you might just die. And I ain't even really trying to be that guy. To try me one time, your mom gon' cry. She see me one time, your girl gon' ride. You like not mine, but I hit it anyway like no shine. Just shade every day like no pride, but I win it anyway like oh God, how we did it in a day. See, I don't spit it all, but I did it anyway. The center said I'm ready and Ruckus gon' pave the way. Can you feel the heartbeat deep within the streets? Beat game, street sweeps and such a creeps make it hard to get paid. I gotta eat, obviously carry concealed heat and never sleep. I gotta eat. Can you feel the heartbeat deep within the streets? Peak gang, street sweeps and stitch creeps make it hard to get paid. I gotta eat, obviously carry concealed heat and never sleep. I gotta eat. They quick to try to tell me I can't lish on my block, so I spit on the sock to wipe my ass, cause it's non-stop. But you smell that though, cause it's fecal and guap. Cause I don't spit it off, I just it's a lot. I bubble my pockets and even double my profits. Like Sean Poe in this shit, ain't even jail gonna stop me. Cause I'm a bad boy in the aftermath of death row with the emo. The 7 dwarfs, the Snow White, the clean bro. Like hitting Pick 9 on that Keno. My chips are stacked up higher than Pringles or shingles. Sitting on the top of your house, bro, you need no. I need no applause for fake bros or demons. I feed on peons, arms and kings. Believe me, I want it, then I'm taking your queen. Like I'm taking your feet. I put you boys on a hunger strike, me chasing a dream. But I ain't really, I'm just getting the means. On the freeway with beans, trying to make a million, staying low with the ski. They try to box me in a cube, I stay cool, iced tea. I put the kids in the street, let them play straight heat. Can you feel the heartbeat deep within the streets? Peep game, street sweeps and stitcher creeps make it hard to get paid. I gotta eat, obviously carry concealed heat and never sleep. I gotta eat. Can you feel a heartbeat deep within the streets? Peep game, street sweeps and stitcher creeps make it hard to get paid. I gotta eat, obviously carry concealed heat and never sleep. I gotta eat.
Say hello to my little friend.
Too much Tita for your talent, talking on after seesaw. I'm breaking all your bones with bars, hip-hop Steven Seagal. I'm breaking open all your scars, Arnold Total Recall. The way you flapping from your jaw, you bound to cause a free fall. You flip-flop or hip-hop, you did not get this shopping. I've been on this lot since you was an infant. You could up around with a fuck around, you could up around and got yo. You would stick amongst the trees, don't get caught up in the smoke. Now listen up, just cause you from Chi-Town, you ain't dope. You tried to jump me in Walmart when I was with my but really though, you ran up in there like some silly but what though, to go home and share a little post. When homie died of homicide, yeah I did the most. But you told those guys we're outside like couldn't on your own. So what's that say about you, dog? Should I buy a bone? Cause I swear the last I saw you that you took your tax dip home. Get the fuck out of my face. Bang!
Right, stepping up all on the mic, I got my mind right. I rhyme like I'm obsessed with the limelight. From the type for 5 nights to write and write until I reach my height. My eyes got my sight in the line for top flight. My dogs know when I get a meal, we alright. While I fake hype, they'll get more than a bite. My bars make me a general, now I'm calling them strikes. Despite the fact that I rap tight, while you rattle like dice, I'll make your hand scratch your head like you was looking for life. I'm so polite, I'll sacrifice your life with a mic, not a knife. Pick apart your pin game, it's insane, I'll even make you rewrite all the bars that you had, that was written in spite. But all the bars that you have, they no longer excite. So I'ma live life like I'll never be beat and keep my head to the sky, cause off its feet, Ruckus.
Master
Oh, yes, we are back. It is the Beer Monger Sessions, number 26, and we're cruising into the top of the hour, 3 minutes after 3. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get you through the second half of your workday or whatever you're doing and sliding into that after work or whatever after what you're doing pint. Or maybe you're into a little bit of bourbon, a little bit of spirits today, or some wine. But there's definitely something yummy out there for you. I am Spartan Biscuit.
I am Master Chief Monger.
And I am Pony.
And Pony, we have another guest in the studio today. I want you to go ahead and introduce him.
We have with us Whiskey Pete, who is one of the most knowledgeable whiskey and spirit ambassadors in the state. Pete, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody who you work for and what it is that you actually do?
I can help you with the first part. The second part gets a little gray. I am by title the whiskey ambassador to Brown-Forman. That's the company that owns Jack Daniels, Woodford, El Jimador, Herradura tequilas. I think we have 20-some titles right now. But for the most part, as you said, they call me Whiskey Pete. I am the whiskey ambassador. Now, as far as what I do, well, if it involves whiskey, I'm there. I spent close to 20 years working in restaurants around the Columbus area, and so I'll go in. I'll train staff on liquor. I will help with menus, set up events, do tastings, pretty much anything that involves whiskey.
That doesn't sound like a bad, I kind of do something job.
I'm not hating life. I will tell you that.
I cannot possibly argue with this concept.
Sure.
The first question that suddenly just popped into my mind.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Yep. Large ice, crushed ice, or neat?
Oh, that's the big question, right?
Wow.
Well, that's always an argument.
That is. I'll tell you what I tell everybody. The right way to drink whiskey is however you order it. You're the one that's paying the bill, right?
That is very true.
That's it. Last place that I managed at had a kid come in for his 21st birthday. Dad brought him in for his 21st birthday. I'm managing the place. I hear the kid order a Johnny Walker Blue and Coke. How about that one? Right?
What?
Fantastic. As the manager, I was running the place, about $35 a shot there.
Right?
Dad was cool as a cucumber, said make it 2. Kid sees the bill. How about that one? Goes through the whole meal. Server says, do I really give the kid the bill? I said, absolutely. Kid saw what he did. I tell people, I'm like, you know that his friends are like, order the blue. And then that 20-year-old that still lived inside of him said, and Coke. Right?
Yeah.
My point being, if you can afford Johnny Walker Blue and Coke and you like Johnny Walker Blue and Coke, go for it.
Drink
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, would I do that? No. Give me a Woodford neat. Give me an Old Forester on the rocks. Give me an old fashioned, something like that.
Right.
You know, classic cocktails, please.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Texas Pete, Frank's, or Tabasco?
Frank's or Tabasco?
Or Texas Pete?
Or Texas Pete. As much as I want to say Texas Pete, the right answer to that is Tabasco, and this is why. When we are done with our barrels at Jack Daniels, by law, we can only use them once.
Right.
Right? When we are done with our barrels, we sell them for Scotch whiskey, Irish whiskey, rums, tequilas, and little known fact, Tabasco is aged in Jack Daniels barrels.
Wow, how cool was this
that?
question?
How about that?
It's like we almost came up with that.
Right?
Like we did our homework. Almost.
Yeah,
There
almost.
was a build-up.
Really, we're psychic.
And a punchline.
Wow.
Blind squirrels, nuts, you know?
So Tabasco is aged?
Tabasco is aged. Yep, they take all of the components to it and they'll set it inside of an old Jack Daniels barrel. And when you empty a barrel out, there's roughly a gallon of whiskey still in the walls. So every time you dash that Tabasco on there, there's a touch of Tabasco or a touch of Jack Daniels sitting in there.
That's crazy.
Isn't that fantastic?
Oh, that's why.
I had
like
Tabasco
so
today
much.
in one of the MREs I did for competitive eating on the Beer Monger Sports Sessions earlier today.
And that Tabasco is probably the healthiest thing in there, right?
Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting over here. feel like I got rocks in my stomach right now.
I can see that. Absolutely. Yeah, just to give you an idea how many barrels we have left over. This is weird. This is crazy math. Jack Daniels, we currently have 88 barrel houses. That's 2.8 side by side, 88 barrel houses, roughly 1 million gallons of whiskey inside each barrel, or inside each barrel house.
That'd be a
Really?
damn big barrel.
It's a huge barrel. So we have currently aging, and this is why I keep smiling all day. We currently aging have 88 million gallons of Jack Daniels aging, not on the shelves. 88 million. We can only use 55-gallon barrels. We can only use those once.
Oh, wow.
So we certainly do sell those off.
I mean, do you have a hard time selling them? Or are they just pretty much gone?
Barrels? Oh, no. Not like I said, Scotch and Irish get the majority, the lion's share of them.
Right.
But then the tequilas are growing. Beer. Obviously. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, a Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale was one of the big ones that really came to predominance when they first came out. That's the Alltech Brewery and Distillery located in
Lexington?
Lexington. Just outside of Versailles, where Woodford is located, so they used all Woodford barrels.
I got a buddy from the Marine Corps that works at the KYC, where they actually make the barrels in Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, if you ever get a chance, visit the cooperage. This is crazy. American whiskeys, 100% of the color, 60 to 70% of the flavor from the barrel. Our company, Brown-Forman, is the only whiskey company that makes their own barrels. We're the only one that owns our own cooperage. Think about all the bourbons that are out there, the rums, tequila, whatever. We're the only ones that make our own. Brown-Forman's the only family-owned. We're the only American-owned liquor company, and we're the only ones that make our own barrels. We actually, a couple of years ago, had to open a brand new cooperage just for Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize that.
yeah, isn't that wild?
I didn't realize you're the only American owned. I mean, I know that Jim Beam sold
To Suntory.
Sahi or whatever. Or,
Beam Suntory, yeah.
Yeah. And
Now Japanese owned.
what about like Woodford and all this?
Woodford, Jack Daniels, all of ours, that's Brown-Forman.
All right. So that's all that's in there with you.
Yep.
So what
based out of Louisville.
Yeah. So I mean, how many of the the whiskeys that people know? How many of those are under the
Are owned by foreign entities, if you
no
will.
owned by you guys?
Oh, geez. Like I said, we have 20-some. We have, whiskey-wise, we have Old Forester, Woodford, Jack Daniels, Canadian Mist, Collingwood. And then we have El Jimador and Herradura tequilas. We have Sonoma-Cutrer wine, Chambord, Corbel. So, like I said, we have somewhere around 26 different titles.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's question. Back up here just a second.
Sure.
Canadian Mist.
Canadian Mist.
Hey,
So that's
Nat
what done in Kentucky or Tennessee.
No. That's made up in Collingwood, Canada.
Okay, so it is still there.
Yep. We do Canadian Mist up in Collingwood, and then we also do the Collingwood whiskey, which is Chris Morse, our master distiller. He's the same gentleman that does Old Forester and Woodford.
Okay.
And he oversees the Collingwood, which is a maple barrel finish. They take the Canadian whiskey. Most Canadian whiskeys are blended whiskeys, and they will finish it in a maple barrel, giving it a softer, that mapley flavor profile.
Okay, so I've always associated Canadian whisk with no.
Sure.
So are you suggesting that there is something out of that line that may be my go-to, my standard at my house is Angel's Envy?
Okay.
That,
We'll fix that.
well, I'm game.
Sure.
I'll throw that gauntlet down for a reason.
And that's the outside studio, the satellite studio.
Yeah, well, there was a discussion about opening up Pony's Place, but apparently there are certain violations involved in that.
Are you kidding me? Pony's Place.
I thought Pony's
Honey.
Place would be a great addition to the parking lot, but that was
Does
mixed.
that come with a white, an all-white rusted-out van?
No, that the Bravada has gone to its final resting place.
Nice.
Really?
Yes, cash in hand. It's gone.
Oh, it's gone. So
It's
you
gone.
no longer possess it.
I no longer possess it.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, just take a break in the action. Texas Pete Red Hot versus Frank's Red Hot and versus Tabasco. As of right now, Tabasco with 2, Texas Pete with 1, Frank's Red Hot with 10. All right. Back to you, Pony.
So, and going back to a question also about the barrels for Tabasco. So, is there a specific barrel that they take?
The Jack Daniels barrels.
Which one?
The regular Jack. Here's the thing. All Jack Daniels is, with the exception of the flavors and the brand new rye that we just came out with, the single barrel rye, It's all essentially the same thing.
So it's just the time in the barrel that delineates which one it is.
It's actually where it falls in the barrel house. How about that one? So here's your difference. Your barrel houses, and I can tell you this because I have a fine arts degree, right? Graduated with a fine arts degree from Ohio State. That put me in restaurants for 20 years.
That's applicable.
Right? Makes all the sense in the world. So your barrel house is like your house if you forgot to pay your power bill. That's the part that I understand, right? So if 2x4s with a tin roof, Mother Nature does all of the work, right?
Right.
So if you have no power, you go down into the basement. In the summer, it's cooler. In the attic, it's hot, right? In the winter, it's warmer because it's insulated. In the attic, it's freezing. Point being, lower floor, less of a temperature fluctuation. Top floor, huge temperature fluctuation. So with our Jack family, Gentleman Jack is a marriage of barrels from the bottom floor in the barrel house. It'll only soak about a third of the way into the barrel. Regular Jack is a marriage of barrels from every floor in the barrel house. And then Jack Daniel's single barrel represents one barrel, top floor in the barrel house. Huge temperature extreme, big profile. So when we sell these barrels off, they're from different portions of the barrel houses.
So there's no different blend. Or no, I should say no different grains or distilling technique.
No, they're all the same. As a matter of fact, with the new Jack Daniel's single barrel rye, it's the first recipe change in 150 years. We're celebrating our 150th year.
That's pretty incredible.
Just a little bit of history there.
Just a touch.
Right?
Wow.
Absolutely.
I think I'm having me Jack Daniels when we do the after show pint.
Yeah, at the Ruckmore.
You want to go to Ruckmore tonight with us?
Oh, that sounds fantastic. It's been a while since I've been at the Ruckmore.
That's what everybody says, the Ruckmore.
Yeah, we got an
Ruckety
Ruckmore.
That's
Yeah,
an
the
industry
Ruckmore.
bar. You got to be in the know to know the Ruckmore.
Yeah, yeah, because we, today we're doing the dive bar and tavern and dive bar series today, and that is where we're going to be at. Is at the Ruckmore for after show pint today. So, really
You're welcome to
interesting.
join us. We'll go Facebook Live.
Delicious. We'll see where the afternoon takes us. How about
All right,
that?
that sounds like an idea.
There it is. But that's right. We will be at the Ruckmore tonight. That's where our after show pint will be, and you know where the Ruckmore is. It's right there at the 23 and 270 intersection for the most part. Right there next to the old Bob Evans, and there's a hotel right there as well.
And a massage thing around the corner.
A massage.
How do you know that?
Massage hut. I'm just saying.
The Ruckmore, the massage parlor, and then into the hotel. All right. All right.
Yeah, the massage place is in between the hotel and the Ruckmore.
Nice.
That seems appropriate somehow.
Yes, it does.
Convenient.
Convenient, appropriate, however you color that one in.
Sure.
Now, what I have a feeling I know what answer I'm going to get, but what is your favorite spirit?
Honestly, when you're blessed to have such a great portfolio like we do, it really depends on what's going on that day.
Yeah, see,
Really.
it's situational, just like with beer and wine and stuff like
I
that.
tell people if the weather's nice and I'm out golfing, if I'm blessed to be able to go out golfing, I'll drink like a Gentleman Jack and ginger ale. I tell people 9 great holes,
Yeah.
right?
You down for a 9-hole?
9 holes?
Yeah. We're April 28th, the Barley Hofstra's tune-up golf outing at the Hidden Valley there in Delaware. It's a par 3 course, 9-hole par 3.
Par 3 is right up my alley.
Yeah. And there will be an opportunity to win a Harley-Davidson motorcycle hole-in-one
don't mind
on the
if I
8th hole. 8th hole, you get one swing,
Fantastic.
hole-in-one. It's 30, so that's 150 for a foursome, so 37 something per person.
And I'll bring the Gentleman Jack.
It's already in your bag. It's already
every
in the
hole-
golf bag.
I'm already packed.
Every hole will have a 6-ounce tasting.
Fantastic.
So we'll have 9 different breweries there. So April 28th, if you
I'm checking my calendar.
all right.
I'm checking my calendar. That sounds
And
great.
bring the whiskey.
time.
Hey, stay right with us. We're here with Whiskey Pete. This is the Beer Monger Session show number 26. Stay right with us. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Beer Monger Sessions on WDG Underground Columbus.com, the best place for independent and unsigned artists, part of the Be On Air. WDG Underground Columbus.com, the best place for independent and unsigned artists, part of the Be On Air.
WUDG Columbus.
Always streaming live at undergroundcolumbus.com.
Headed to the party and I got my double cup. Headed to the keg and I'm about to pour it up. We ate at Eddie George's, beer and chicken fill me up. I'm walking to the party and these girls going nuts. We talking about the game and how I think we tow it up. You ask about Ohio, I'ma say we turn it up. When I say turn up, I ain't talking about the vegetable. I'm talking about how we cock it back and let it go. Tell that girl that you with to start twerking, man. Cause like Maurice Claret, you deserve a second chance. Shout out City News, shout out Missy J. I wake up to the PNC almost every day. Even Jimmy Wilkins went and won the X game. We gotta win the day, don't worry about the next game. The best band in the land, that'll never change. I heard they fired Mr. Waters, that's a damn shame. Started on my shirt, wow. I'm a Buckeye fan. Oh, on my hat, wow. I'm a Buckeye fan. The Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes gon' win. Started on my shirt, wow. I'm a Buckeye fan. Oh, on my hat, wow. I'm a Buckeye fan. The Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and buckets gon' win. The buckets and buckets and buckets gon' win. We winning, hold up. Who's bringing the wings? I'm calling my friends and family, yes, I'm telling them every play. So much red in the club, it's looking like a game. My outfit super fresh, all the ladies wanna dance. I got them yelling out, I look like I did. I'm thinking to myself, dang, these chicks is bad. We killing the Michigan team, we making mess you look bad. Why you mad at us? We ain't mad at y'all. All you gotta do is tell me, is you mad or no? I'm happy LeBron returned. Shout out to Big B. Shout out to Braxton Miller. Hope you doing better, man. Them other teams don't know the pain them Buckeyes about to bring. Started on my shirt. Why? I'm a Buckeye fan. Oh, on my hat. Why? I'm a Buckeye fan. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. Started on my shirt. Why? I'm a Buckeye fan. Oh, on my hat. Why? I'm a Buckeye fan. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. East side, I'm a Buckeye fan. West side, I'm a Buckeye fan. North side, I'm a Buckeye fan. South side, I'm a Buckeye fan. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win. The Buckeyes and Buckeyes and Buckeyes gon' win.
Yeah. You know I do it for them county boys. Head got a bounty boys, shank, cigarette, and Cardex. We call them county toys. At Brooklyn Blues, I never could fill those shoes. That's why I spent my life trying to bend those rules. And though I spit the truth, some don't listen. Hey, some recognize my game and start pimping. But most just look at my name and dismiss it like this nigga's never been shot. Like I'm tripping. Hey, y'all getting me smoking that rock and y'all slipping. Cause I don't ever walk that walk, I straight flip it. I never do the same old shit. It's dumb niggas, but I still will talk that talk since I'm gifted, but not with the rocks. I tried running from cops, we never made it too far, but I did make it with balls, and now I'm doing my thing, making this change. Pretty soon we'll both have a range if we want it.
Remember when you used to ride with me, lay back and get hit with me? Do you remember? It's been so long. Well, tell me if that's the case, why don't you come to my place? Pick up an end, roll up a sticky. Do you remember? It's been so long, so long, so
We spoke enough about the corner, let's talk about the summer. White tee, turbo jeans, sun and thunder. Where's this magical place, some might wonder. You call it magic, I call it Columbus. It's no holds barred, horse in they drawers. It's sunny on my block, I guess it's time to party. Fire up a little evil, turn up the bottles. Let the goose get you loose, let's go full throttle. First you see me with it, bitch, then you see me tomorrow. It's the same muscle, get new day, new model. Only thing I require is, girl, you got it all slow. You look good tonight, please look good tomorrow. Take what you need, return what you borrowed, and I'ma take the lead on off once again. No, we gon' do it all over again. Get a few on the van, bang, busted it. We gon' do it all over on Jan.
Remember when you used to ride with me, lay back and get with me? Do you remember? It's been so long. Well, tell me if that's the case, why don't you come to my place? Pick up an egg, roll up a sticky. Do you remember? It's been so long, so long, so long. Remember when you used to ride with me, lay back and get with me? Do you remember? It's been so long. Well, tell me if that's the case, why don't you come to my place? Pick up an egg, roll up a sticky. Do you remember? It's been so long, so long, so long. Remember when you used to ride with me, lay back and get with me? Do you remember? It's been so long. Well, tell me if that's the case, why don't you come to my place? Pick up an egg, roll up a sticky. Do you remember? It's been so long, so long, so long. So long.
WUDG Underground Columbus.
Beer mongers!
Mr. Keith Monger and Twin.
Yeah. And the Pony and Whiskey Pete up in the house. Yeah. Oh, man. And all that MRE cheese and peanut butter and
You know what?
all that other stuff I ate earlier.
I think you need something to help with that digestion.
Oh, man, I tell you what, MREs, I probably won't need to eat for a week.
You probably won't be able to.
Oh man,
It's
he's
gonna put him
all
to sleep.
sleep.
I know,
He's all
I
sleepy
know.
It's gonna be
time.
Whiskey Pete Radio in 5
I
seconds.
know.
No kidding.
So,
Hey,
so what do you think? A shot of whiskey help him out? Digest some of that MRE?
Absolutely, hands down. That's that little known fact. Whiskey, bourbon, digestive. It is a natural digestive. We were just talking about the mint julep.
Right.
Up here, coming up, May 6th, Kentucky Derby, right? Official mint julep of the Derby, Old Forester, that's ours. Official bourbon, Woodford. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
How about, yeah, not too bad. That's a little bit of Kentucky street cred.
Yeah, well, we do a Derby party at Barley Hopsters.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know if you know Jason Davidson. He's with Columbus Brewing Company now.
Sure.
He normally has part ownership in one of the horses that are running. Like
Oh,
for the
wow.
past 3 years, he's had ownership in one of the horses in the Derby.
That'd be nice.
So he comes over and we get typically Woodford and
Yeah.
make some mint juleps. I don't know anybody else in town even doing mint juleps. So
And it would help you right now. I'll tell you that. That's the idea behind the mint julep. The mint julep was originally created. I used to watch the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, and they
Right.
talk about having the vapors. You know, the Southern girls with the corsets. All the vapors is they couldn't breathe. Right? They had these corsets. Took 3 ladies to tie them in, and so the mint julep, because mint is a digestive and whiskey is a digestive. They help numb your stomach. But they created the mint julep to alleviate the pain. There was no Pfizer back in 1800s, right?
Yeah, right.
When all these drinks first came around. So the majority of your medicine, bourbon. So they would combine the two. They would let the ladies sip on that. That's the first half of it. The other half is, because they're mounded with all that ice, was to show off. It was a sign of affluence to show that you had an ice house.
because you could have ice.
That's it. And that's where the mint julep came from. Isn't that fun?
It is fun. I don't know. You think the Ruckmore's gonna be able to put together a mint julep for me?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It is the Rockmore. It's been there forever. So
I might get a Jack Daniels and a squirt of toothpaste.
there it is. Just the toothpaste around the rim.
Apparently, you've had one at my house.
Well, hey, I want to give a quick update on our survey question of the day. Texas Pete Red Hot versus Frank's Red Hot versus Tabasco. Frank's Red Hot is way ahead with 11, Tabasco 2, and Texas Pete with 1. That is your survey question breakdown. Back to you, Pony.
Okay.
I just said that because he wasn't paying attention. He was on his phone.
No.
Yeah, so-
All
right.
Well, I'm getting some terrible feedback. Usually from you, Coot.
Yeah.
But anyways, would you define the difference between bourbon and Tennessee whiskey, which I'm sure that a lot of our, even Irish and Scotch, for that matter?
Sure. Well, and hands down, that's one of the biggest questions that I get. And people will ask me, what's the difference between bourbon and whiskey? And I just kind of smile, and we start at the beginning at that point, right? Whiskey, by definition, is a fermented grain alcohol that's distilled and aged in an oak vessel. That's the core, right? So whether it's Scotch, Irish, bourbon, Tennessee, it's all whiskey. So the answer to their question is bourbon is whiskey, right? Now, your laws behind being a bourbon. Made in the United States. It could be anywhere in the United States. Has to be a state. Puerto Rico doesn't count. They have rum. They'll be fine. They'll survive, right? So
They're well preserved.
Yeah, yes. Made in the United States, stored in new charred white oak barrels. We just discussed that. It has to be at least 51% corn. You can only add spring water to it. That's a big one. Remember that one. And then it comes off a still at under 160 proof. Or, yes, at under 160 proof. Goes into a barrel at under 125. And then goes into a bottle at 80 proof or higher. Big thing, no age statement. Okay? If it's a straight bourbon, it's at least 2 years. If it's under 4 years, it has to have the age on the bottle itself. Sweet spot's right around 4.5 to 6 years for most of them. Tennessee whiskey follows all those rules of being a bourbon, a straight bourbon with the 2 years, but then they have what's called charcoal mellowing. They'll actually drip it through 10 feet of charcoal, charred sugar maple, Takes 10 days to get from the top to the bottom, and that's why you really don't see a lot of it in market these days. Prohibition came along, people had to stop distilling, and then when it ended, everybody wanted to get their distilleries up. If you can leave one aspect out of it and still have a quality product, that's what they're going to leave out. 10 days, so like let's save that 10 days, let's get a new batch going. So you're starting to see more and more of the Tennessee whiskeys come around. Yeah, true. True fact down at Jack Daniels. I'm not gonna lie to you. As I said earlier, being Whiskey Pete, being the whiskey ambassador, fantastic. Having Jack Daniels and Woodford on your card, you can go anywhere. Trust me on this, anywhere, and people welcome you. Job that's a little more fun than mine. There's guys at Jack Daniels, they'll stand there and their job, make charcoal. How about that? Have you ever played Jenga?
Yes.
Now imagine if that was about 14 feet tall and the sticks were about 5 feet wide and there were 4 of them. You sprayed it down with high proof alcohol, 140 proof Jack Daniels before it's aged. And then they catch it on fire.
Really?
And then they stand there like my dad used to in the summertime with a hose just doing nothing, right? Just making sure nothing's happening. That's their job. Absolutely. They sit there and they watch it burn down to a charcoal. Once it gets to the proper side, they'll mill it, and every drop of Jack Daniels goes through 10 feet of that charcoal.
This does sound like a wonderful job.
Right? Isn't that fantastic? So yeah, the big thing with Tennessee whiskey is the charcoal mellowing. It drips through. As the whiskey drips through, there's oils that come from the husks of the grain that will eventually encapsulate it, and that gives off, it gets rid of some of the more bitter notes that you'll see in whiskeys.
Well, okay. I know there's a lot of people out there that are always asking this question, so rather than me run at the mouth on this one, I thought you're the expert. You should be the one to answer that one.
Sure.
Okay, as far as Scotch and Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
So how do we differentiate those?
Well, obviously, there's the regionality behind it. The biggest things with Scotch is Scotch and Irish whiskeys are meant to be old world style, and that means that it's meant to be grain forward. Where Canadian whiskeys, bourbon, and Tennessee are New World style, so they're barrel forward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So with that, there's a lot of factors that go into it. With Scotch, the biggest thing with Scotch, as we were talking about you liking Ardbeg here,
right?
It's got that big smokiness to it, right? There's a lot of peat to it.
Yes.
So what that is when you malt barley, all malted barley is you dampen the barley, it starts to germinate, it starts to grow, and then you stop it using a heat source. The majority of the world, they'll use ovens, just cook it dry. Mm-hmm. Over in Scotland, they'll put it into a longhouse. It's like a long barn with slatted floors, and they'll take peat from the bogs, and they will catch it on fire. It never flames. They'll smoke just like you smoke at home.
Yeah.
No difference. So with that, you can get a regionality. You can get different flavor profiles, but that's the biggest difference between with the Scotches. Scotch also uses pot still, typically. Pot still gives more of and those are those big bell-shaped. I don't know any other way to describe it. A large bell-shaped with a big loose neck. And that affords more of a nuanced whiskey. There's a lot. Distillation's all about evaporation and condensation. With the shape of that, it affords a lot of reflux, which affords a lot of refinement to it. So you've got those components to it, giving off that smokier note. Also, depending on where you are, you can get an Islay Scotch that has that briny quality to it. That's because the barrel houses are located oceanside, and as those waves crash against the side of the barrel house or the coastline, those particulates find their way into the barrels, creating that brinier quality to it. Down in Campbelltown, the lower region, they like to fire their stills with coal, so you'll get more of a fusel profile to the backbone. So typically lighter, a little bit smokier. Now, Irish whiskey, both Scotch and Irish use seasoned barrels. And we were talking about our barrels earlier.
Yeah.
Most of them are used barrels, which, again, 88 barrel houses. So we got a couple left over. So barrels are a lot like a tea bag. The more you use it, the less there is to output. It's like if you ever made tea with a tea bag for a second or third time, there's not so much in there. So that's going to create a lighter profile. The temperature is a lot cooler over there. It doesn't fluctuate as much. Lighter profile. Irish whiskey likes to triple distill, creating a more refined profile, a cleaner, softer profile. And then they also do what's called cutback. Cutback, that is where they'll take the neutral spirit and they will add it to the aged product to create that lighter profile. I know you were talking about Jameson earlier being super light.
Right, yeah.
And that's part of the reason why Jameson's intended to be that lighter, more approachable profile in that sense. So that's where you're getting all these different profiles.
So you're saying Jameson is whiskey with training wheels?
I will say, one of my big things is, I tell people there's no wrong whiskey. Drinking whiskey is a lot like...
I've had some that are very wrong.
There's something for everybody. How about that one? I was going to say, my grandfather was a city councilman up in Toledo. And he would get home and say, Mother, I need my medicine. And that constituted a shot of Kessler and a Buckeye beer.
Buckeye. Oh, you are one of the few. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Just to sidetrack briefly, I grew up in southern Michigan.
Okay.
And Buckeye beer with the picture of the buck on the case.
Yeah.
Yes. That's my first beer. I have been searching for that flavor.
They're making it up in Toledo now. Buckeye beer.
Brian.
Well, I think it's the one that we got that you said is not the same flavor as the older stuff.
Very possible.
Yeah. It's a formulation change, or it's newer.
Yeah.
We did carry that
was
for a
not
while.
the flavor that I remember.
Sure.
And even though I was young, it's possible that I had enough. I should not be forgetting that flavor.
Well, our palates do evolve.
Our palates do evolve. Tremendously. But it's interesting the differences in the in how the different whiskeys are done. And you're making me think there may have to be a comparison done this weekend with the Islay, one of the Isleys, and also
B&R
possibly.
Yeah.
But also there is you haven't had this yet. Jefferson's Ocean Voyage.
Ooh, I just had some of that the other day.
I just had the 10. Genty at OPA has the 10. And so I had some of that the other day. I'm thinking that we're talking about the saltiness because the way that the Ocean's Voyage is done. Aged on the ocean.
The barrels slosh back and forth.
Yeah, different voyages have definitely different flavors to it.
Sure.
Have you had the 10 yet?
I'm not sure what age the one was. I did a tasting the other day that included other products as well. So
yeah.
Hey, I want to stop you right there, Pony, because I was going to ask Whiskey Pete. My question for Whiskey Pete is, obviously, Genty has the 24-year-old McClellan's? 24?
25. Macallan 25.
Macallan 25. Now, what's the biggest big dog you've ever had? I know it's got to be I know you probably have a really aged one.
See, now, the big thing, drinking American whiskeys, age is not a factor here in the States because they can age them for a long time because they don't have the temperature fluctuation that we do. And also, they're using the seasoned barrels, the used barrels. So here in the States with the new barrels, you don't want to age them super long unless you have a climate-controlled barrel house.
Okay.
So I did just drink the Jack Daniel's... it was the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Century the other day, which is a special bottle that was created to pay honor to Frank Sinatra's 100th birthday.
Wow.
It was a fantastic.
OPA has a couple of those.
I read the
they have the
Sinatra
Sinatra Select over there.
Right.
But the Sinatra Century.
Oh, that's a different one then.
Genty, he doesn't have that one.
Genty, if you're on your way in, we're going to talk about this. And if you're not, we're still going to talk about it.
I was going to say, I think one of our phones are ringing.
Genty's like, why don't I have the bottle?
Yeah.
You got one in your trunk?
Yep.
I buy it.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic bottle. What they did, they wanted to... Jack Daniel's was actually somewhat of a regional whiskey until Frank got a hold of it. Had his own salesman, a guy named Angelo Lucchese. Here's proof that drinking whiskey is good for you. Man lived well into his 90s. Just passed away a few years ago. He was Frank Sinatra's Jack salesman, right? So they wanted to. It was fantastic.
Wow, what a job!
Fantastic job, part 2. Right?
Yeah, no kidding.
And so we wanted to create something that paid honor. We were a regional whiskey, And then Frank got on stage and referred to it as the nectar of the gods. And the second he got up there, we skyrocketed. We became an international product, we took off. So we wanted to pay honor to that. Anytime you saw Frank drinking, it was Jack Daniels. Frank's way, it was 2 fingers, 3 rocks, and a splash of water. It was actually buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels, which it just...
Interesting fact.
Wow.
You can't beat that. Yeah, a pack of cigarettes, a roll of nickels to call home in case he got lost on the way, and a bottle of Jack Daniels, right? That's Frank.
pretty cool.
So we wanted to pay honor to his 100th birthday. We had to do something, and tried to think of different ways to do it. So what they did is they had people describe words that they described Frank, and the 2 major words that came out were bold and smooth. Those are words that can be directly applied to whiskey.
I agree.
Right. So what they did is they took a router and they did a spiral cut. Again, we're the only company that makes their own barrels, so we get that leeway. Mm-hmm. They did a spiral cut from the top to the bottom, exposing more of that surface. And with our barrels, first we toast them using ultraviolet heat. It's a baking process, caramelizes all the sugars like a creme brulee would be, and then we char it, opening up the pores. So that affords more surface, bolder flavor profile, and then more of those sugars, smoother, bold and smooth, Frank Sinatra.
That is definitely intriguing. You're making me think that I need to go back and revisit this. I'll be honest, I have not been a Jack fan.
Sure. Well, a lot, as I said earlier, it's like listening to music. There's something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody has their flavor. No 2 people have the same palates, and we certainly have something in our portfolio. Also, when you are the largest selling whiskey in the world, people have had it. A lot of people have stories. It typically involves a bad experience in college.
It was before then, and I honestly can't tell you what was involved.
Natural light.
Sure.
Yeah,
So what's the cost on a bottle of that?
The Sinatra Select goes for around, I think it was around 150, and then the Sinatra Century was around 300, I think.
A bottle?
Yeah. Might have been a little bit more than that. So
it's not too bad.
No. Definitely approachable. You were talking about the Macallan 25.
Yeah, how do you approach that?
A friend of mine bought that for me over a decade ago when it was only 200. Now it goes for, I think, 15.
15, I think is what he said.
Something like
15
that.
to 18.
I have had it, and it is awesome.
And that's $1,500 to $1,800.
Yes.
Folks,
yes.
not
wow.
dollars.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's some serious zeros before the decimal point.
It is a good whiskey.
I think the microphone's
It certainly is, but it also will not be showing up on my shelf.
No. Oddly enough, we talk about all these fancy bottles and all these expensive bottles and all of these like the high priced ones. I've been whiskey, quote unquote, Whiskey Pete for close to a decade now, and the one whiskey I drink the most, can you guess? Old Forester. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Yeah, you're smiling.
Yes.
Fantastic. Old Forester.
Not familiar.
Very first bottled bourbon in the United States, right?
All right.
Started back in 1870 by George Garvin Brown. I worked for Brown Forman. This whiskey started the whole company. Was originally for medicinal use. There was no Pfizer in 1800.
Nice.
Right? I tell people, God forbid you get shot in 1800s. We're going to pour some in the wound, hopefully twice as much in your mouth, and pray for you got shot in the 1800s. Right?
Oh, man.
So it was originally for medicinal use. So George Garvin, who created it, hated the fact that people, back then, they would ship barrels up to the Ohio River, and people would steal from it, right? I mean, what would you guys do if you saw a barrel of whiskey come by?
I would take it.
Yeah, the tool to get it out is called the thief, right? There's a reason behind that. That's what people did. So the government said, I've got a solution. We're going to put scales along the path. Now, if your folks ever had a liquor cabinet when you lived at home, you're nodding. You're like, yeah.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. You're on a boat on the Ohio River. You take a brown liquid out. You put a brown liquid in. The answer was literally under your feet.
Yup.
And that's what they did.
That's what I did.
You get grounded for a very long period of time for that.
Yes. So George Garvin went ahead, made friends with the guy down the road, puts it into a glass bottle, seals the top, and makes it America's first bottled bourbon in the United States. First one to be bottled. Not only that, because it had that medical license, They went ahead during Prohibition. There were 10 distilleries that were allowed to make whiskey. Out of those 10, only one of those survived, and that's Old Forester, making it America's oldest, most continuously made whiskey. It's the only whiskey made from 1870 on. Huge history, right? Official mint julep of the Derby. If you were to go to the, coming back full circle, if you were to go to a liquor store and buy that, you are going to break the bank at $22. How about that?
Wow. Really?
The one whiskey that I drink the most is the most approachable price point.
I have to get some of that because I've got, I don't know, we've got some well whiskey right now. Number 8 or something like that. It's not, and I'm not thinking of Jack Daniels with old number 7 on it. I think it's just called Benchmark.
Okay.
Benchmark number 8.
Sure.
I'm going to switch over to.
Oh, hands down.
Forester.
There's no comparison.
Oh, that's going to be
Forester
Barley
is
Hopper's
where
official
Woodford got
well
it.
whiskey.
Yeah, Old Forester is where Woodford
It's got a good
its
story,
brain
too.
Yeah.
The big problem, first off, never let price dictate. It's like wine. We had our wine lady in earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Never with wine, with liquor, you never let price dictate how it tastes. You drink what you like. I've had some fantastic bottles of liquor that were very approachable. I've had some very expensive ones that I just didn't care for.
Right.
I mean, that's a fact. So always just taste it first. And as far as the price is concerned, they kept it at an approachable price point for many years to help invigorate the category. A lot of people associate it with a lower shelf because it has the word old in it, right? You think old granddad, old crow, all these different things, right? A few more stories are popping in.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Granddad.
Forgot about that.
Yep. Probably for a reason.
Old English.
That's a different story.
Hey, this is the Beer Monger Sessions, and you can check us out on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check us out. We'll be right back. After the top of the hour, we'll be right back with Whiskey Pete. Loyacano will be in the studio, and we got some feature Beer Monger Sessions music coming from K-Shaw in the upcoming hour. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Though this race is over, you're always determined to start, to chase what you'll never catch. You compromise your intellect for instinct you misinterpret. Your subconscious submits for the long and mid-chest, escaping hole you spill your faith and bury your head. So far into it, and you're better than this, and you're smarter than this, and I'd never expect to find the mess I'm looking at, and my reflections in your eyes, but my reflections in your eyes, but and you quarrel with love. Yes, you're frustrating romances, you frustrate me, love. But I'll lie here with you and hear you out as you speak a million words I'll never make a sound. Or we can talk the moon down and awaken the sun with our drunken song, our belligerent tongues, and the ruckus of our discourses on life, love, and loss, and everything in between, and my reflections in your eyes, but and my reflections in your eyes, but
reflection's in your eyes, but you don't see. And my reflection's in your eyes, but no, you don't see me. No, you don't see me. Baby, you can search, you can scan this globe to unearth, but by the time you turn this world on its flip side, maybe then you'll catch sight of the reflection in your eyes and the man who's been by your side. Oh, all this time you never had to look far nor wide beyond the reflection in your eyes.
WDG Underground Columbus.com, the best place for independent and unsigned artists, part of the Be On Air. WDG Underground Columbus.com, the best place for independent and unsigned artists, part of the Be On Air. Live from WDG in Columbus, Ohio, it's the Beer Monger Session. Here's your host, Master Chief Monger.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I like that chord. All right. We are back. It's the top of the hour, 4:02 right now, and this is the Beer Monger Sessions, show number 26. We've got Whiskey Pete up in the studio. We've got Aunt Loyacano up in the studio, and believe it or not, we've got myself, Squiz, and Master Chief all in here at one time. And you know who else we got in the studio?
Pony.
The Pony. Australian accent pony. That's the Australian accent pony intro right there. Hope everybody's is having a good time today and listening on the show. Earlier today, we did some competitive eating on the Beer Monger Sports Sessions. I can tell you right now, myself and Squiz are a little lethargic as Master Chief did walk away with the trophy today on the 2 MRE 4-time. You had some easy ones. You had some evil. You had tuna.
Dude, I was doubling things up, though.
Nah, I mean,
Oh, come on. I had a Cheese Whiz orange cracker thing.
No,
You had that weird protein shake thing, too.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh
yeah, that was
How
that
many?
was an easy downer.
Tuna tacos.
That was
with
actually kind of
mayo.
good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strawberry with the raspberry powder in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think for me it was the applesauce with the coffee grinds in it that kind of.
Bad idea. Everybody's making stuff up that, you know.
And then the non-dairy creamer, dry non-dairy creamer packet with the sugar packet dumped into it and just dumped straight into my mouth.
Yeah, Spartan had me. He had me beat. Then he had to eat that, whatever that power bar was, and
Dude, it was
that
freaking
teriyaki beet substance.
It was a back your system up poop bar is what it was.
Yeah, that was.
It was.
You hit the wall with that,
dude. I knew after I took the first bite of that teriyaki beef stick, oh man.
He's got the meat sweats.
Oh yeah,
he's got the meat sweats.
I'm telling you right now, dude. I am sweating carbs.
So we're
right
not gonna
now,
get a bite to eat after the show today, guys. That's not what we're doing.
Oh no.
No.
No, we're going to have
I don't think I need to eat till next
We're going to
Thursday.
have a bourbon digestif.
Hey, I've heard a little bit about that on the way up.
Yeah.
Now, Loyacano, we're going to be heading to the old.
Before we get off the MREs,
Rockmore.
One more thing before we get off the MREs. I want to say, Chad, the real deal, is a heck of a announcer.
Hey, he's got a conversation down. I was on the live video. I was on the live feed.
I mean, he was on it.
Yeah, he kept on it, and he held back no punches.
Yeah, I know. He even made. I guess there was a little tortellini in the corner of my package that. Yeah, he did not give me the pass to throw it away. He's like, you got to finish that up in the corner.
He didn't give me the pass on the tuna.
Cheese tortellini cold that's been sitting on the shelf for over years.
Over years.
Yeah, about 3 years.
3 years. 3 years cheese tortellini.
2014.
That's still good. That's still good.
Oh man.
Oh, I forgot to read the box. The warning label on the box, which says
you could read
that it's been. Yeah, you want to hear this thing?
Yeah, let's hear. Let's hear the box. Everybody knows this hour is the freaking shenanigans hour, anyways. We like to.
Now that you've already eaten it.
Oh man.
Here's your warning.
I'm a warning. Dude, is there a warning for when you go to use the bathroom next after you eat it? That's the warning I want to know right now.
So it's actually a lack of warning. It says, notice, this product has been held under controlled temperature and humidity conditions and should not be considered overaged because of date of pack, and the date of pack should not be the controlling factor in determining issuance and utilization of this product. Further refrigeration is not required.
In other words, shut up and eat it.
In other words,
shut up and eat it.
Pay no attention to the expiration date.
Yeah. No matter what they say, it's good. That's what it's
to me.
You know?
Tasted good to me.
Oh, it was delicious.
Yeah, I had the Mexican chicken stew, and I tell you what, it was good. I liked it. Like I would just eat it like as food, like regular food.
I was jealous. You got two of the ones I really wanted to get.
Yeah, I only ate the one though.
I know.
It was so much food.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So much food for me.
Right now, dude, I think I have MRE cheese and MRE peanut butter fighting in my stomach right now. They're trying to figure out who's the more dominant MRE side dish or condiment.
No winner in that fight.
Oh,
No winner.
Dude, here's the deal.
I have to say the grossest thing about the grossest with the MRE challenge was Chief putting that orange drink powder on the processed cheese spread on crackers.
Orange cheese. Orange cheese? Is
Yeah,
is
so
what
it was
ended up
like
being?
cheese whiz. It came in like a squeeze tube,
Uh-huh.
and then I put the orange drink powder, also known as no juice, on it. It says it was called orange no juice.
Not to be confused.
Not to be don't
no
think that
juice.
this is actual juice. It
I
is
turned
no
my
juice.
I turned my spiced apples. It looked like into radioactive orange apples. It was apples that actually tasted like orange because I took the orange drink mix powder and mixed it in with the spiced apples, and it
Now,
was
is
like a
that
bright
typical?
orange.
Was that what you guys do with MREs, like on the field? Are you guys mixing it to?
Oh yeah, you got to. Hey, you got to Chef Boyardee it up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to. I mean, if I had a little bit more time today, I think I would have. If I would have done something different, I would have eaten the beef sticks first, because when I got to the beef sticks, that's when it just I couldn't. I fought through the beef stick, and then I made what I did is I took the tortilla shell, and I put
what was supposed to go in the tortilla shell.
Well, remember I had the beans and beef and
black
beans,
beans and beef, yeah.
and I just sucked it out of the freaking envelope.
Did he just open it?
Yeah, and I'm for sure I had it until I hit the beef stick, and I was just like, I'm not going to win. I don't know if I can eat the beef stick. I got through the beef stick, and over halfway through I call it the back your butt up bar, because I probably won't poop until
that's
August. Will be the next time I poo.
Right.
So
it's gonna be a hefty one. A brick you can build a house foundation upon.
Hey, I just took a dump out back, and now I'm gonna live in it because it was so big.
I'm gonna cut a sunroof out of it next week.
The thing comes with a single ply, about big as your thumb, roll of toilet paper in there.
I mean, after you eat an MRE.
No, it comes with one you said?
Yeah.
No
the toilet
way.
paper's packed in with
And
it.
dude, after you eat an MRE, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna need 5 of those toilet papers.
Well, it's shot John Wayne paper too.
Dude,
rough and tough, takes no
take
crap.
nothing from nobody. Don't take nothing from nobody. I said John Wayne paper.
That's right.
Oh man,
It's all left fine.
I know.
Real rough around the edges.
So what do you got going on this week, Whiskey Pete? What do you got going on? Any big events coming up or anything?
I'm all over the place this week. My coverage is anywhere that serves Jack Daniels in Ohio. So you can imagine. I'm up in Cleveland tomorrow, bouncing around. I couldn't even tell you. I'd need my calendar out in front of me, to be honest.
But you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. Over the weekend, this past weekend, I did an event down in Cincinnati at the Jack. All their high rollers came in, and we did a whiskey tasting for them. And then right afterwards, they went and saw REO Speedwagon.
Oh, nice.
So I can say I officially opened for REO Speedwagon. Now,
Sweet.
Right?
Oh, sweet.
Right. So it's every day is a different adventure. Tastings, dinners. It's not bad.
It's not a bad gig being Whiskey Pete right now.
Not a bad life.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We're going to go ahead and come back to a little bit more Whiskey Pete towards the end of the hour, and we're going to go ahead and do a little plugging and make sure everybody knows about Whiskey Pete. But ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to WDG Underground Columbus, the best place to listen to all your favorite unsigned independent artists. And I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to a couple shows. First of all, you can catch the Beer Monger Sports Sessions on www.scoreonair.com, and you can catch us noon to 2 p.m. Every Tuesday. And as of today's show, we had competitive eating. Myself and Squiz, I don't know, I can tell that I'm feeling rough. MREs, 2 of them, scarfed it down. Man, and I lost. I lost to a squid.
No. Ready to go run a marathon.
I lost to a sailor.
I'm ready to go.
5K
run right now.
Yeah, well,
Come on, let's do it.
Chief's gonna.
There's your last hour right there.
That's what she said, hashtag
I'm
bang.
gonna be heading down to the bathroom and throwing up. But no, check us out from noon to 2 on Tuesdays on scoreonair.com. And but also check out the Central Ohio High School Showcase hosted by Dio Jr. and the Big Game James Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And once again, that's on scoreonair.com. And they're doing a lot of cool things for high school sports and athletes. Helps them get that recognition and notice to get to that next level. And you know what you're listening to. You're listening to the Be On Air Network. But don't forget, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the WDG Underground Columbus, we have the Ozone, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., and that's with Oscar and Dylan. And they'll be throwing some of that good unsigned and unregistered music your way. So, with that being said, let's move on. All right. Now, does anybody... Have you guys talked... We haven't talked about the Burning Can. Let's talk about the Burning Can a little bit. The Burning Can is a festival that is out at Lyons, Colorado. And they've got a lot of cool events going on there. It's on Saturdays from June the 3rd, 2017 to the 4th. And it's at Bond Park at 199 2nd Avenue, Lyons, Colorado, 80540. If you're right here in the Central Ohio area, it's only a 20-hour drive, so it's just right up down the street. So by car. And
33 hours if you take Greyhound.
33 hours you take Greyhound. That's just a little too much on the Greyhound for me.
It's a long Greyhound ride, boys.
It is. It's also cost-wise, you're better off driving anyhow.
And Oscar Blues is the big sponsor of this of the Burning Can, and check it out because it's online. Just go ahead and go to your Google and go Burning Can 2017. They've got the Lion Outdoor Games that's going on there with mountain biking, yoga, kayaking, disc golf, BMX dirt jumping, dog jumping, and slackline. Wow. And they have overnight camping as well for $23 a night. And your VIP pre-sale tickets are $64.
So they jumping BMX bicycles over dogs or what?
Burning dogs.
Yeah, burning dogs.
Whoa.
Burning dogs are jumping over. Yeah, dogs are jumping over people on BMX bikes while doing yoga.
Fantastic.
Something to see there.
Yeah,
Buying my Greyhound now.
Well, and you'll get to be in lovely little Lyons, Colorado. Oscar Blues Tasting Room is right there. They got a nice little video arcade off the Oscar Blues Tasting Room. There's another separate arcade there, downtown Lyons, that has a lot of pinball and video games. They also have the Fork Restaurant down there, which is a really good restaurant. You can catch a lot of live bluegrass out there. Now, I will predicate this by saying that the town of Lyons, unfortunately, 3-4 years ago maybe, was devastated by a flood, so I don't know how similar it is to when I was there the last time. However, it was quite lovely. You're also right near Boulder, about an hour outside of Boulder, and you're about 15 minutes outside of Estes Park, which is where the Stanley Hotel is, and that's where Stephen King got the inspiration for The Shining, where they filmed The Shining TV miniseries.
Nice.
You can go on tours of the Stanley Hotel. I did that when I was up there. They got a really nice cocktail bar in there. They have specialty cocktails. There's also a pretty neat gondola ride in Estes Park that you can take up to the top of the mountain and look down. So there's a lot of cool stuff to do just in that general area as well.
We should book our Greyhound tickets now.
I'm driving.
Pack the MREs.
I'm sleeping.
No kidding.
I'll get there. I'll be all ready to go.
Got the food taken care of.
United gets me there.
That's fine, man.
Yeah, we got all the food we need in this box.
Oh, God. I'm burping the MRE cheese up, dude, and I'm serious. I think that...
Oh, no.
I feel like the mic, everything smells like MRE cheese to me right now, dude. Everything.
It's a pretty cheesy statement.
Did you get some of it in your sinuses? Is that
I don't know, but MRE, the MRE cheese smell is something that it's a distinct smell that you remember, and
just go down to the Score On Air studio if you want to get your own sample of MRE smell.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if Jake will ever have us back in there after today. Hey, real quick, we have some new music. We have a feature artist that was not able to make it in the studio today, but I'm going to go ahead and let Loyacano do a little chit-chatting about him. I know that he's got a show with you coming up. K-Shaw is the guy, and what can you say about him, man?
Man, K-Shaw, man, he's been doing this for a few years now. He's a young man from Delaware, Ohio. He's been putting in a lot of work, man. He gets a lot of videos produced through Brian the Chemist Stills, who shoots some pretty high quality videos, and this kid puts in work. He gets his stuff mixed, mastered correctly. He sells himself well. I think he even has apparel out right now as well. But I reached out to him a couple months ago on the idea of, hey, you know, what it would be like if we put our own show together. You know, would you want to be a part of it? And you know, after doing a lot more research, I realized there's a lot more that goes into it than just say, hey, let's put together a show. Moving forward a couple of months, man, Kyle reached out to me, and his family's a part of a bar in Delaware, Ohio, Stop 42 on Lake Street. And they're going to let us use their little concert venue in the back of the bar to put together a show. So K. Shaw, man, he puts in a lot of work. You can find, if you can Google him, K. Shaw. You can hit him at YouTube at K. Shaw. He has a Facebook, Kyle K. Shaw. He's got a lot of work out there, man, and the kid works hard. You know, he's from Delaware, and you know, gonna rep him. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you can have a whole lot of work or not a lot of work, but it's really the kind of work you put into it, and you can tell this kid's dedicated to his craft. And I'm excited to work with him this Saturday, man. April 8th at Lake Street, Stop 42. We got a little show, the Spring Fling Spectacular. DJ Shamrocks and a couple more artists from Columbus are going to show up. Hopefully everybody from Delaware shows up.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great time, man. Hashtag bang in the building for sure.
Bang.
K. Shaw, I know he's got a track that he's going to introduce today. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
I was going to say, man, why don't you go ahead and take us into it? It's called Season.
Oh yeah, K. Shaw Season, man. This is some new work he just put together. I know he worked really hard at it, and he was really excited to release it. K. Shaw Season. I know he'll be performing this April 8th at Stop 42 on Lake Street in Delaware, Ohio. Man, come check us out. Bang.
Big head on the beat.
These times get rough, gotta make a Mona Lisa. Want a slice of the pie and some gold up in my pizza. Want some brand new kicks in a brand new house, but the budget's so low, so I'm eating like a mouse. Gotta paint my pick, gotta talk my. I need me a rap so I can make me a hit or another cruise just to get loose. Older cousin dead, top story on the news. Yeah, it's a war story of how he died in glory. The chapters of your life, they never seem to bore me. Got me saying RP for V3. I say fuck the whole world if they can't feel me. Yeah, I come with some chucks, mud stains on my soles. A child of the youth, why am I feeling so old? Why I feel so cold? Why I feel left out? Why the walls start to talk so I'm sleeping on the couch? Yeah, I don't feel right, it feel like suffocation. I don't like my president, but I'm pledging to the nation. And you know I switch styles at the drop of a hat. Now I got you in a corner, now you speaking like a rat. Yeah, I'm never talking down to the people I love. And every time I smack, you know I gotta wear a glove. And when it come to push and shove, now your girlie backing out. Now she all up in the spots, and you know she blacking out, yeah. Wifey need a diamond, so I'm out here chasing green. And I'm sticking to the script, but I'm writing off the rip. And they know I'm up next, so they always on my tip. Got a heart of a lion, just like I'm Scottie Pipp. And I'm leaving in reality just like an. Gotta burn on the so you know what's good. And you know I stay grinding like I'm skating on the wood. Yeah, you pay me, you ain't my homie. Why these speakers be knocking while I'm smoking by my lonely? Guess this life ain't shit. Everybody got a beef, got a tattoo the words, so they cut you so deep. Put a knife in the heart every time I spit a verse. I killed a whole beat, now it's riding in a hearse. And you know I stay running like I just snatched a purse. Yeah, I'm headed for the top, but I'm ready for the worst. Yeah, if I go out, I'ma go out swinging. Yo, title, it's K. Shaw Season. If I go out, I'ma go out swinging. Yo, title, it's K. Shaw Season.
While you go grab your next pint, sit back and listen to the featured music of the Beer Monger Session.
I'll be
A little shit is making my life complicated. A little shit is driving my life out of control. A little shit, it might be overrated.
I swear that loyalty's a funny thing. Every day I see the truth, this world's a funny place. 100 ways to make my crush go fall in love with me, so we can both go chill on the hammock under my money tree. Lord knows I really need those things. They always doubt me, said I never go achieve those things. Procrastinated great when late, I still complete those things, but I know my past, and that's the past, you can delete those things. I still remember Diamond told me if my songs mean nothing, they might as well just not exist. And she was on to something, I mean it's true, but every story starts to sound like the same tale. Imprisoned in my mind, so I'm never losing my brain cells. Visionary, what I see is 2020. Futuristic, every line I say is detached from 2020. Got me dashing to your love. Now my beat flat line, my train of thoughts about you. I got a one-track mind on my point blank period. Appointed like a pyramid, I swear it's no joke, but you sadly don't take me serious. Be with me for one day, Annie, are you okay? But still I got something I need to say. Point blank period, appointed like a pyramid. I swear it's no joke, but you sadly don't take me serious. Be with me for one day, Annie, are you okay? But still I got something I need to say. Can you
catch me, keep me from harm? Catch me, open your arms, because I'm falling in love with you. Catch me, keep me from harm. Catch me, open your arms, because I'm falling in love with you.
I swear that royalty's a funny thing. Every day I start to learn this world's a funny place. I want to change the way people think, but it's something strange, cause I can't do this all by myself. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I just need to fall back, man. Question, would you catch me if I test you and fall back, man? Are you my number one? Do I even got fallback fans? I hope I make it TBH, I got no fallback plan, uh-oh. Now let me stop as I address my ex. I'm glad you happened, cause whatever girlie comes up next, I'll give the world, and unlike you should do me oh so well. I LOL, cause I remember saying I won't tell, but there it goes, all the bad you did, it's easier to hate you. Control, Alt, Delete, for some reason I can't erase you. You inspired this verse, so really I should thank you. I'm cold because your heart is now. Every rapper gon' blame you, cause now I'm greatness. Fell asleep in my spaceship, undeserved attention. I'm kinda mad that I made this. There's pain in my laugh show. My heart became a black hole, but still I got something I need to ask. Cause now I'm greatness, fell asleep in my spaceship, undeserved attention. I'm kinda mad that I made this. There's pain in my laugh show. My heart became a black hole, but still I got something I need to ask. Can you
catch me, keep me from harm? Catch me, open your arms, because I'm falling in love with you. Catch me, keep me from harm. Catch me, open your arms, because I'm falling in love with you.
About that time. Number 26 rolling through the Beer Monger Sessions. I am Spartan Biscuit.
I am Master Chief Monger.
I am Pony.
Hashtag bang, Aunt Loyacano.
And Whiskey Pete.
Oh, yeah, and we've got the studio full right now. Squiz has stepped out for a hot second, and we are back. And let's go ahead and jump into our music, and I hope everybody enjoyed that featured music Beer Monger Sessions first time ever on WDG K. Shaw season. So good luck to you this Saturday, K. Shaw, and I will be there. Bring it.
Bang.
All right, Aunt Loyacano, what's going on, man? A lot of things. First of all, this is what I want to talk about real quick, man. I want to talk about, and and I'm not searching either. I want to talk about from the first show until now, man. I mean, things have really started to pick up and stuff
crazy.
Things are starting to pick up, and people are wondering who Aunt Loyacano is out there right now,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, man. And if they're not still wondering, it's only because they found out, and now I'm a part of what they got going on, man. I can't tell you how I don't know if surreal is the right word or what to look for as far as how to describe it, but coming from the first show to the end of 2016 and then formulating the goals as we were going into the new year. I remember being on this show, saying this was the goal moving forward, and it's coming to fruition, man. It's kind of putting itself together, and it's a great time, man. I got a nice little network out there, and I'm being received really well out in the city, man. Shout out 614, shout out Columbus, man. Shout out First Degree Entertainment. Screw Your Face Entertainment. Dump button on that one. Sorry, FYF. Saying shout out to a lot of those guys out there really paying attention to me, man. And because of them, I got a lot of opportunities coming up. So it's a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the at your schedule, man, and you're getting out there, man.
Yeah,
You're
a
from
lot going on.
You're from Bethel Road to Newark to Delaware
Yeah,
to
man. I'm in 4 different cities.
Scully's.
4 different cities just in the month of April. I got a couple shows in May and a couple more already in June, including an album release for an artist hailing from Columbus as well. So these aren't your dragnet type shows where the first couple, the showcases, those kind of events are kind of dragnetted. They throw net out there and to artists that they're interested in, and hopefully they come along and they they participate, and I have, and I'm fortunate, what I'm saying, because without Grow the Scene, without the showcase tour, I wouldn't have had the material or the experience or the foot, in the venue that I do now. But moving forward, these are personally promoted and personally booked shows. There's an artist in Columbus, Mr. E. He's releasing an album June 8th called Reptilian on Lot, and part of his album release party, he wanted me to perform in that show.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great. That's different. That's not the typical, hey, I want to be in your show. This is people reaching out, booking Aunt Loyacano.
So people are calling you.
Yeah, and the network's been really nice, man. The relationships I've built through Columbus hip hop and other underground stations and promoters and label recs and A&Rs have been really great. So because of that, like I said, I'm booked all the way through the month of April. The first show is April 8th at Stop 42 in Delaware. That was on the strength of K. Shaw. He wanted to put something together and with the entertainment representative for Stop 42, and they approached me, and I couldn't say no, man. That's the hometown boy, and the kid puts in a lot of work, man. So I want to be a part of that, and I want to support local artists for sure, especially if I have a chance to perform officially in my hometown, man. I was able to perform at the Jug Grill and Patio a few times just on some, hey, good looking out DJ Rodella, Delaware's finest, man. Let me grab the mic and surprise everybody with a few performances. And because of those performances, I was received really well as well. I put those on YouTube and social media, and a lot of people said, man, who's that guy doing shows in Delaware, Ohio, man? They don't do that. People don't do shows in Delaware, Ohio. Like, what's going on, And that was me. And, building on that, and thanks to Kyle Shaw, approached me also, Swerve City Entertainment booked me for a show April 22nd. And they're the guys who took me on to late into their third series of shows a couple weeks ago, and they're really excited to have me participate in whatever they got going on. And this show is going to be sweet because they got three professional comedians that are headlining. So we'll have 3 headline comedians and then 6 live music acts, and I was fortunate to be a part of that. And again, that's not Dragnet, man. That's people appreciating my the work I've put in and appreciating my show presence from the first Swerve City Entertainment event I was able to be a part of. And so now I'm kind of, I don't want to say locked in for life, but I guarantee anything moving forward that Swerve City is going to give me a look when it comes time to putting a show together. Also, April 15th, I got invited into another unique kind of show in Newark, Ohio at the Somewhere Else Bar, 386 West Main Street in Newark, Ohio. That's a joint rock show, so it's gonna be some rock bands and some hip hop acts.
Wow,
so
that's cool.
It's called the Talented 12. It's gonna be hosted by Tons of Fun to Clown. It's gonna be a great time, cool. Man. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So I'm trying to, I'm not gonna shy away from nothing, man. I'm gonna take on all. I'm gonna take on all opportunities. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take on all opportunities, and man, it's awesome that they're even approaching me with these kind of opportunities for me to even choose, like, hey, I want to be a part of that or not. And man, who could turn out rock and rap and then comedy and rap, and Then to finish off April, I'm in the Spring Trap, Grow the Scene. Jay Roth out of Grow the Scene from the original show we were in, the Rock the Mic.
Okay.
He's been in constant contact with me since that show, and he said I'd be the first person he contacted when they brought something back in Columbus area, and sure enough, and he pretty much gave me the lay of the land. Like I get the rule of the land in that show. I kind of get to pick when I perform, and I've also added a few other artists, including Leo Roddy, which you got the chance to meet. He's going to be performing in that show, and we'll also hopefully have this song put together that we was working on. We can perform on each other's sets, so you'll get some Leo Roddy, and also Purpose Davis. He hails a little bit from Delaware, but he's from the north side of Columbus, and I got him in the show. But anyhow, Jay approached me, and I'm going to be a part of that, and I get a nice little set time, and it's cool, man. Like I didn't have that power, or I don't even want to say that power, but just that leeway to have these guys, remember me and keep coming back to me. Not just that, but hey, you get to pick when you perform. Bring it again. Let's go. So that's where I'm at, man. April 8th, Stop 42, Delaware, Ohio. April 15th, Somewhere Else Bar in Newark at the Twisted 12. April 22nd, the Bethel Road Pub with the Swerve City Swerve Out Loud. And then April 30th, Sunday at Scully's. Again, Scully's for the Spring Trap, Grow the Scene. And that's just April, man. That's just April.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's just April.
That's busy.
Busier than I am.
Trying, yeah, man. It's a good time, man. Like I said, I don't know if surreal's it, but but definitely whatever is coming to fruition. And I don't, humble's not the right word either, because I don't like to use humble, but it's kind of it's something, man. It's special. It's special, and we got a lot going on. And come check us out, man. Like especially the shows I got going on in April. It's a collection of different kind of atmospheres. It's gonna be for everybody. You don't have to just be entertained by rap. You can come be entertained by comedians or rock groups, or help build bonds with other acts that are just coming up for the Grow the Scene in Spring Trap. But yeah, man, that's where we're at. It's a great time to be Bang Gang right now, man. Bang Gang, stand up. Hashtag Bang in the building.
All right, without further ado, a little bit of Anthony Loyacano featuring Ruckus, Infinity.
While you go grab your next pint, sit back and listen to the featured music of the Beer Monger Session.
I cross my heart and hope to die, yeah. I will love you all my life, yeah. If the world would end, I love you till infinity.
I don't plan to fall, but if I do, my lady's here. No one plans to fall, but smart ones keep their ladies near. You in my ear telling me things I need to hear daily. A confidence booster for sure, and I thank you greatly. We may be crazy, but baby, that's how we function, right? We never slip, cause the bond we got is forever tight. And every night I look up to the stars and say thanks. Cause when I'm down and when I'm weak, I look to you for strength. And yes, I'm here for you as much as you be here for me. No other drug can replicate each other's ecstasy. A simple hugging and kiss on the lips can heal depression. A simple rubbing, a grip on the hips, my secret weapon. And yes, the road we travel got some gravel on it. Speed bumps and potholes are all over on it. But I'll be damned if this destination ain't us together. You the best, and for that you only gonna make me better.
Cross my heart and hope to die, yeah. I will love you all my life, yeah. And if the world would end, I'll love you till infinity.
Anything you want from me, girl, it's a given. My last breath, girl, you know you gon' get it. My right hand, baby, happy to fulfill it. Just as long as you was here, like there's no end of my beginning. I'll be here to keep us winning. We need bread, as long as you hold the cash, girl, we shake feds. As long as you hold the bread, baby, we stay fed. Cause you and me together hold tight like made beds. And yes, we bump heads when we get at each other's necks. But as long as we finish the night together, we ahead of the game. You and me together ahead of this thing. Just put your hand in mine, baby, close your eyes. Imagine us together from night to sunrise. From now through all times, you and me together just living our own lives. Now close your eyes and let me love you till infinity.
Cross my heart and hope to die, yeah. I will love you all my life, yeah. And if the world would end, I'll love you till infinity.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. There you have it. And Loyacano featuring Ruckus and Infinity. There it is,
Ruckus.
man. How's Ruckus doing, man?
Man, he's doing really well, man. Taking care of little Ruckus. There's a little Ruckus in the building now.
Wow.
And, man, it's a good time. I get to enjoy through Snapchat and everything because he's obviously, a new father. He's going to be busy, working and taking care of little Ruckus. But, what I'm saying? It's a great time, man. And he's doing really well. He's anxious to get back to work, but not in too big of a hurry because, he's enjoying better things right now. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. This is show 26. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get a little bit more chit-chat in with Whiskey Pete. Take it away, Pony.
Hey, well, one of the other questions that I had, or comments, rightfully so, I got turned on to Japanese whiskeys. And the one that keeps showing up in my collection is Nika's Coffee Grain.
Yeah.
And I'm real curious if you can give us some insight as to how that one evolves. And Master Chief, I got into.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. We may have had a couple more of those than we should have one day.
Yeah, that was unique.
Now I don't know the history of that one in particular, but Japanese whiskeys are just coming out of the woodwork lately. They've actually been around since the 50s. Japanese whiskeys have been around for a long time. It's just been until recently that it's come here to the States. Obviously, with Suntory taking over Jim Beam, now all of a sudden there's a lot more knowledge about it, and we're getting a lot more brought into the States. So a lot of them are based on the Scotch profiles of whiskeys, but there's some crazy stuff that's out there right now.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying chasing this stuff down. I think that's something that we probably need to work on Genty to get some more of that in. Actually, I don't think he even has the Nika in there.
Yeah, I don't know why Genty doesn't have that. He only has 700 bottles right now.
No, he has 550. I was in there the other day.
I know.
Come on.
I have to do a periodic.
Dude, he's
check.
got more liquor than the State Store right now. Right. I mean, what the heck is going on in there, man?
And every time you go in, there's more.
I know. And no, he's ready to show you what he's got new. Yeah. He's like a 4-year-old. I just got a brand new Matchbox car.
Well, that's where I
was. Play with it.
That's where I was before I was here. He wants to talk about he's buying barrels now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he has it was a barrel of Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like the mini barrels?
No. We're talking full size barrel. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
120 bottles?
Your typical barrel gets anywhere, depending on what size. A liter size, it can be up to 180.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he tapping it, just pouring straight from the barrel?
No.
He's sweating in it? What's he doing?
I know, right?
What's he doing with the whole barrel?
In it?
You're pouring them off. They keep coming. You keep feeding them, right?
No, it's
we were talking about either an Old Forester barrel or a Woodford Double Oak barrel. We were I'd like to do the Old Forester barrel. Yeah.
How much does a barrel cost? Am I allowed to ask that?
It all depends on what it is.
Old Forester.
Old Forester, I think, goes for right around $8 or $9 grand. Yeah.
Wow.
Woodford goes for around 9. Jack goes for around 10. So.
I still don't understand. What's he? Okay, so he gets the barrel in.
You don't get a full barrel. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. They bottle it and then you get the barrel off to the side. The government likes its taxes, right?
Right.
About 60% of what you pay for is taxes.
So he gets the empty barrel and then all the bottles.
Yeah.
So the empty bottle is like the consolation. It's like the toy in the cereal box. You get the whole bunch of bottles, and then
here's where it came from,
and here's your toy.
Now, see, I don't know if you know. A while back, there was a whole thing about how a bunch of barrels of Pappy got stolen.
Yeah,
did you ever hear about that? Turns out it was a softball team. There's a movie in this somewhere.
What?
Yeah, it was people from a softball team that worked at both where was it, Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey, and in playing softball, having beers, right?
Yeah,
See, that'll do it. That'll do it.
It's how the farm started.
And they decided
you laugh. This is true.
So yeah, they decided that there were a couple gaps in the security, and they ended up stealing barrels right off the loading dock. And that's how they got in trouble. The sheriff walked into somebody's house one day, and they had a full barrel of whiskey. Nobody sells a barrel of whiskey, like full.
Oh, man.
Right? And they walked in. He said, "Where'd you get that?" And they ended up.
I found it.
The dominoes fell from that point on. It was a softball team.
It wasn't that soft of a ball after
I
that.
bet you the record wasn't real good if they kept drinking that before the game.
Right?
Or maybe
Now,
it's better.
That makes me wonder too, because you talked earlier about bourbons. After a certain amount of time, aging doesn't really make that much of a difference. But yet, Pappy 23 is considered the holy grail right now of bourbons.
Yeah. Well, Pappy makes me laugh. I have to say that. There's. I once asked our assistant master distiller at Jack Daniels. I said, because he used to work at Buffalo Trace. I said,
Okay.
"Tell me about Pappy," and he said, "Weller's." I said, "No, Pappy." He goes, "Weller's."
Weller's.
I said, "What's the difference?" He said, $100. Right. So there's a little bit of marketing in there. Now, you can age it for a longer amount of time, but you're temperature controlling it. You have to know where it is in the barrel house. You have to be very specific about it. So there's definitely quote unquote crafting going on with it.
All right, and that makes more sense because the more I look at what this stuff costs, and I've had some Wellers, and it's good. I'm not saying it's not. It's good.
It's good.
But I'm looking at that price point and going, oh, I can do a lot better.
Sure.
For less money.
Sure.
So with the right marketing, you could basically take the Gentleman Jack and just triple that price, right?
Oh, now see, Gentleman Jack, that's one of my babies. I love that stuff. There's no smoother whiskey in the market than that Gentleman Jack.
I'm saying you guys can do that, but you don't. I mean, you're selling good whiskey at a good price.
Absolutely.
Great
We
bourbon,
like
great
to
whiskey,
we,
great
we
price.
like our products approachable. We want it to we're not going to put it out there. We're not going to overprice it. We want it for people to enjoy. That's the beautiful thing about these American whiskeys, that we want it to be consumed. We don't need to have that pedestal that's up there.
That doesn't happen at my house, unfortunately.
Yeah. You know what? I just heard about, have you ever heard about the infinity bottle?
I have not.
This is something that's new. People buy me decanters, and I've never filled a decanter before because it never lasts that long.
Right.
That's an occupational hazard, right?
Right.
So you take the decanter, and at the end of, for me, it would be at the end of a work day. Rough life. You take what's left over and you put it into the decanter, and you pour off, and then you just start mixing, and it's an ever-evolving bottle of whiskey.
That could be kind of interesting, but I have this really bad habit of going, it needs to be put to a timely death.
But then what do? You invite a couple of the Mongers over, and right?
Hey,
and there we go.
Bang.
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 And then I walk out in the gardens and I find Spartan Biscuit out there.
Hey, you don't know
with an MRE.
Yeah. You don't know what will grow out there, Pony. Well, hey, man, this has been a great show, show 26. I hope you guys had a good time.
26, man.
I know, show 26. It's crazy, and we'll be at the Ruckmore tonight for our after show pint.
Yes,
that's right, at the Ruckmore, right over there at the intersection of 23 and 270, right up there north of Worthington.
Yes,
7496 High Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43235.
Bang.
How long has the Ruckmore been there?
A long time.
Hey, when I was growing up, there was nothing on that side of 270. You had the Ruckmore on one side of the street,
And the
Josephinium on the other side.
That's it.
Which I found out is the only property owned by the
Vatican.
Catholic Church, by the Vatican.
It's direct. It's the only direct correlation or direct contact the United States has to the Vatican. When it burned down, I think it burned down about 10, 15 years ago, maybe, and you would never know. Like the Vatican had a thing put back together in a couple months.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, well,
a little bit of money.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of God's work.
Yeah, it's gold plated.
It's the only property in America that has a direct connection to the Vatican.
To the Vatican. It's like that's them. That's the Vatican. I mean, from what I've been told, obviously I didn't research this or anything, but
I heard the same
you know,
story.
going, from my nana, bless her heart, you know what I'm saying, my mama, and growing up in the Catholic church as I did in Delaware, Ohio, you kind of hear things like that. You know, they kind of put importance to things in the Catholic religion, and that was one of their coat hangers that they can hang a coat on. Was, hey, that's direct connected to the Vatican, and the only place in the United States, I believe.
Oh man.
Holy cow!
Wow.
Do they have a Pope-mobile
in the name of the
stashed
Father,
there
Son, and the
somewhere?
Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
And we hash ran there.
Yeah, we did hash ran there.
Yes, you hash ran at the Vatican. More or less.
Yeah. The Vatican in the
More or
United
less.
States.
don't know if I would
I'm not even going to
if I
talk
knew about
about
it
what
at the
we
time.
sang there and stuff and where we sang at. I'm surprised that the Catholic police didn't come get us.
Lightning.
Yeah,
Lightning.
Yeah, the Lightning
It's on the
Catholic
club
police.
goal now.
No, I born and raised Catholic myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I feel like a
Wow.
party center. I'm going to go to confession.
Yeah, I'm going to get it all in that way. That way, when I go to confession,
Yes.
I just get it all done at once. But no, great show. Show 26, the Beer Monger Sessions. Woo! It's in the books, y'all. It's in the
Yes.
books. I am Spartan Biscuit.
I'm Master Chief Monger.
Squiz.
Pony.
And Loyacano, bang.
Whiskey Pete.
Oh, yeah. And this was show 26 of the Beer Monger Sessions on the Be On Air Network. Have a good one. Get to that after show pint. We're going to be at the Rockmore. If you can't get there, just get somewhere. Enjoy a pint, some spirits, or some wine. You deserved it. Have a great day, and we're going to go ahead and end our show with a little bit of Aunt Loyacano in Ohio.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If I was Tony Baloney, bet the sandwich I made was moldy. Cause the bread that I be using be money. I kept in storage, it be old money to gold money, that blow money. Y'all so funny with no money, you damn dummies. For sure, buddy, not a soul thing up will touch me. See, I don't spit it all, but your girl, she wanna fuck me. And I don't spit it all cause my lyrics a little touchy. The ruckus said I'm ready to simply, you oughta trust me. You money dummies, I'm money hungry, you're mighty hungry. And I'm waiting for a money dummy to slip up his money fumbling. I humbly touch them for customers, I get them plenty nummies. Hook up their nasal plumbing, took their money, left them hungry. I'm ready for war, I'm ready with bombs. You better go and ready your moms. I'm steady with arms, take aim and just let loose from the arm. And then when I palm the cannon, the heat's been put on, I know you can't stand it. We get it, we get it, we get it, living in Ohio. We do it, we do it, we do it like there's no tomorrow. We in it to win it, and we win it like it's the lotto. We hit them and hit them again like it's semi-auto. Bang, 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 that's the motto. 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 Bang. I'ma do it like a Carter. Sean Wayne and Vincent, I promise in no order. Punching on you just in paragraphs I recorded. Picture poop upon people who live distorted. Wow. Busted, strap it and reload it. Trump and Uzi Vert get deported in that order. Make them say nah like I'm the soldier. Bang gang or main lane, now get it over. Facebook status report if you ask it's over. Twitter fingers to middle fingers, you look retarded. Big mistake, huh? Your mama should have aborted. Dope game, come cop, you get shorted. Intimidated, 4 aces, you still folded. Humiliated, 4 aces, you won't show it. Intimidated, most days, but don't blow shit. Emulated, always, now let it go, kid. We get it, we get it, we get it, living in Ohio. We do it, we do it, we do it like there's no tomorrow. We in it to win it, and we win it like it's the lotto. We hit them and hit them again like a semi-auto. Bang,